Nilsson that pinned the Eagles back on the 4.
Well, that was a 55-yard kick or so, or 53-yard punt that put the Eagles all the way to their 5-yard line, about their 10, and then the penalty of 5 yards brought them back to the 5. So a nice punt. Wasn't pretty looking, but it was effective. So now at their own 5-yard line, the Eagles with a snap. This one's going to get blown dead. Did they fumble it again?
The ball came, that was on center quarterback exchange there. The ball came out. And Coach Sheriff has had enough. He's going to have a timeout here and talk to his offense about it.
7:54 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Juab leading. That score check a courtesy of Stevens Feed and Miller's Subway. We'll be back after this minute timeout.
Okay, it's time to pop the top on another canning season, and Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply in Fillmore has you covered. Bottles, lids, pectin, and, well, hey, Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply also has juicers, dehydrators, apple peelers, and more. Okay, let's take the stress and frustration out of your canning season with the proper equipment and supplies from Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply, your local IFA dealer in Fillmore.
Here it is, that time of year that all kids and parents look forward to. Back to school time! So the Mount Nebo Market is running the hottest price of the year on Yoplait yogurt at only 39 cents each. Or how about fresh, juicy Green River watermelon, 3 pounds for $1, and sweet, locally grown corn on the cob, 3 for $1. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts, only $1.69 a pound. Yeah, send the kids back to school and then go shopping at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
There's the snap. Cranny is going to try to hand it off, and the Juab defense all in there. In fact, I believe they got to him. Diedrich Davidson got him for a loss. Or did they say forward progress on that?
Yeah, it looks like they, well, still just right there. No gain on that play, and Diedrich Davidson just quickly comes up and able to, I'm going to try to say this, Ruvalcaba. I'm sure you practiced all week. I come in a little bit blind there with Ruvalcaba, but he did a good job just to make sure he fell forward. And the one thing about these Millard Eagles is they're always tough, and those running backs will always fall forward.
Kevin Mao on the left side is a wide receiver. Skylar Cranny under center, inverted wishbone. And the tailback is Alcala. Now back to pass. Cranny throws. It's going to be incomplete and hit from behind. The pass was behind him, and taken down, I believe, was Paco Alcala. So incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down for the Millard Eagles.
Yeah, Diedrich Davidson in coverage right there on that ball. Just a little bit thrown behind. Diedrich Davidson just wrapped him up to make sure that he wasn't going anywhere. And now the Eagles are going to be forced to punt not only out of their own end zone, but against this fairly stiff breeze that's blowing out of the north.
So the Eagles will send back number 41, Paco Alcala. He's in his end zone to punt it away, as Cam mentioned. And one man back to receive for the Wasps. There's the kick away. It's a nice high kick, but the wind is kind of holding it up. It's going to be a negative bounce as it bounces back towards the line of scrimmage. You're going to be down at about the 20-yard line. So it's going to be excellent field position for the Juab Wasps.
Boy, that really showed you the strength of that wind right there, because that was a great kick. He got all of that. He just got it up there high, and then that wind, and you just saw it turn around midair as it started to float backwards. The Wasps were a little bit lucky as that ball landed right amongst a lot of their blockers who were downfield, able not to touch any of them, and the Wasps will have great field position again.
At the 19-yard line, Juab 1st and 10, leading 7-0. That is your Miller Subway and Kern River Gas score check. There's a handoff up the middle. Miller defense pretty tough. Coming up and making a big hit for the Eagles was big number 59, Cole Watcott.
Well, a great play there by the junior Cole Watcott as he was able just to get right in there. They'd seen that play before and met Brandon Smith right in the hole. Knocked him back just a little bit as Cole Watcott, just a great play there.
So a loss of 1 on the play, on the carry. So that'll be a 2nd down and 11 for the Juab Wasps at the 20-yard line of the Millard Eagles. 2 wide receivers to the left. Diedrich Davidson in the slot. Running back is Brandon Smith. There's a pass to the right side, wide open, but dropping the football on the screen pass was Caden Whiting. Incomplete. Now Nick Robbins 0 for 4.
Yeah, and that one's not on Nick. That one wasn't high. That one was right on the money. And just Caden just not able to bring it in. And I would guess the ball's fairly dry now. The rain's passed for a little bit here, wind to dry things out, but I think you've got those first game jitters right there, and I think Caden just showed a little bit of them as he tried to look upfield as he had room to run, just forgot to catch the ball before he did it.
3rd down and 11 for the Juab Wasps at the Eagle 20-yard line on the left hash. 6:13 left in the first. 7-0 our score. Score check courtesy of Whitmore Mansion and also All Around Dental Care. Under center is Nick Robbins. Robbins is going to back up and direct traffic and change the formation. Still in the backfield, though. He's in the shotgun. His running back, Smith. Now there's the snap. In trouble. Sacked is Nick Robbins. What a play by the Millard defense. 4 players in the backfield. The one getting the sack, Tyler Gamble.
Yeah, great play by the Eagles. I think the Wasps were trying to set up a screen that time. It just looked like there was confusion from the get-go. We do have a flag on the play, but there was just absolutely no protection. I'd like to think that was a screen, and the penalty will be against the Wasps, but it'll bring up 4th down as the Wasps held. The Eagles will decline this one, and it'll bring up 4th for the Juab Wasps.
Well, we appreciate Mount Nebo Market sponsoring our offensive player of the game for the Wasps. They're at 965 North Main. The bakery always has delicious treats, and the deli offering freshly sliced deli meats and side dishes. That's Mount Nebo Market giving a free deli chicken tender special to the Wasp offensive player of the game. Now as they get set up, that sack was back to the 30-yard line, so a loss of about 10 on that play as Gamble wasn't the only one in there. There were 3 other Eagles, and Nick had nowhere to go. Now they're going to go for it, really in no man's land to punt it away, so Robbins under center is going to drop back, roll to his right to pass, throws downfield, has a man wide open across the middle, and he jumps and almost hurdled the player, gets hit and stopped at about the 10-yard line. And they throw flags on the play. I'm not sure what the flags were for.
I think that's going to be on the offensive player. I do not believe in high school you were allowed to attempt to hurdle players for that reason right there. As you saw, he about came down on his back. I think they were going to be short of the 1st down there, but it would have pinned the Eagles. Now the Eagles will decline this and take the ball, but we'll see if that – I don't know the signal for that either, Mike. So if they give us a weird signal, that'd be it.
So we'll take a look. Maybe it's just unsportsmanlike conduct against the Juab Wasps. Decline, so the Eagles will take it at about the 12-yard line. So that was an exciting play. Almost got the hurdle done, but maybe if he would have cleared it, they wouldn't have thrown the flag, or maybe they would have anyway.
Yeah, and I'm unsure. It's the first time I've ever seen it called, but I do like that rule. I think you want to discourage kids from trying to get that kind of elevation, as he just did a complete somersault and landed right on his back there and landed. And penalty markers, Coach Bowering's talking about the rule, but there were penalty markers flying from every official there, so that must have been an easy one.
So the Millard Eagles again pinned inside their 20-yard line. They're 13 for a 1st and 10, trailing 7-0 with 5:27 left in the first quarter. Under center, Skylar Cranny is going to hand it off to the back out of the backfield, trying to squirt out as Brunson. He's going to get hit and stop. Diedrich Davidson comes up and hits him after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, good stop by Diedrich. The Eagles right there, once again, very close to a fumble as Brunson had a hard time getting it on the exchange from quarterback. Was able to bring it in before Diedrich could get a hold of him. And the Eagles finally, they've had that one long run, and I think this might be just their 2nd positive play of this ball game.
Well, try their 6 subs under 6 grams of fat and their variety of delicious salads at Miller's Subway, 1210 North Main in Fillmore. Eagles hand off to the left side, trying to power their way forward, and short gain on the play as that handoff went to Brunson again. He picked up maybe 2.
And my guess is right now the Millard Eagles are really, really focusing on ball control, that they are just – those running backs are making sure they've got both arms around it, and they don't want to face Coach Sheriff after another fumble right now. So I expect once they get in their rhythm, you'll see this offense to kind of take off a little bit as they are now starting to move it forward, not putting the ball on the ground.
3rd down and 5 for the Millard Eagles at their own 18-yard line. 4:16 left here in the first quarter, trailing 7-0. Cranny under center sends Ruvalcaba in motion. There's a pass back to Brunson trying to dodge tacklers in the backfield, and he gets hit for a loss and taken down there. Great job by the Millard defense. I believe the first one there was Tice Ostler.
Yeah, Tice Ostler right there, and there was a host of help to come with him. But the Eagles seem to have a little bit more success with those quick hitters off the line, trying to get through those little cracks in the Juab defense. The Juab defense just a little too fast for that pitch play that time.
Now back to punt it away for the Eagles is Paco Alcala, the senior. Back at his 5. There's the snap. Boots it away. A line drive kick's going to bounce and head towards the sideline at about the 44-yard line of Millard. So we've been playing most of this game on the Eagles side of the football field.
We have. I'll tell you, Paco Alcala, nobody ever talks, and he plays running back as well, but nobody talks about his kicking, and he is just a weapon. You mentioned the score last year where Millard only able to get up 3, but that was Paco Alcala, and he is just such a dangerous kicker. He hit that boomer last time. Noticed the wind was too strong for that. So this time intentionally keeps a low line drive. Didn't get a great bounce, but that was an intentional kick, and that's a weapon when you can have a kicker like that.
At the Eagle 42-yard line on the left hash, the Juab Wasps. Double wing back. One back in the backfield, Smith. There's the pitch out to the right side. Davidson with room to run. Gets hit over the 40 down to the 35-yard line of the Millard Eagles. So a nice run by Davidson with a head of steam, a pickup of 7.
Yeah, well-designed play that time as it let Davidson pick up his speed as he picked up one block, went through a little crack. The Millard Eagle went down low to tackle him, but Diedrich did not jump over him this time as he just went down low with him, and a good gain for Diedrich.
So a 2nd down and 2. They'll give him an 8-yard gain on that play. So set to go. The Wasps on the right hash. Wide receiver to the right side. 2 of them actually in the slots. Davidson. There's the pass by Robbins, and he threw that one away out of bounds. Looked like he didn't like what he saw, so he just tossed it out of bounds.
Yeah, that time pump fake, nothing there, and then just got rid of the ball right there. As the receiver hadn't even looked back for it, so you think he was just getting rid of it. But the Eagles are doing a great job of controlling Nick Robbins right now just by getting pressure on him, and he's got to hurry everything up as they are just coming.
Well, visit the Whitmore Mansion online at whitmoremansionnephi.com. They've got a delicious, irresistible tropical Caribbean buffet open late tonight until midnight for you. Now there's the handoff to the right side, and wrapped up is the running back for the Juab Wasps. What a nice tackle that time by the Eagles, Pierce Whitaker, the senior.
Yeah, Pierce did a great job as that time the Wasps had given the ball to Peyton Bowering again. That's kind of the play they scored on, and this time for no gain or very, very small gain, and it's going to bring up 4th and 1 again. The Eagles that time shifted into a 5-man front from their traditional 4-man front, and it was very effective that time as they got more players in the box and able to stop Diedrich on that, stop Peyton on that run.
Still in the first quarter, 7-0. Juab Wasps lead on a running touchdown by Peyton Bowering, the sophomore. Now there's a timeout, and we'll take one as well. Juab leading 7-0. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Timeout.
The Millard County Credit Union offices in Fillmore and Delta want to thank you for your business over the years. Not only will you find amazingly low interest rates, automobile and RV loans, checking, Visa accounts, bill pay, and debit cards, but banking is easier with their e-teller home banking service. Just log on to www.millardccu.com, sign up for their e-teller services, and conveniently manage all your credit union accounts from home. That's the Millard County Credit Union in Delta and Fillmore.
Stevens Feed and Holden serves the surrounding communities in Millard County as well as farmers in central and southern Utah. They buy and sell alfalfa hay and can haul your hay to wherever it needs to go. You can be assured that you'll get the right price while receiving the service you deserve when buying and selling hay. The entire crew appreciates farmers and ranchers for their business over the years, and they're happy to contribute to the school and community as a sports booster. That's Stevens Feed and Holden, a proud supporter of Millard Athletics.
And welcome back here to Nephi, Utah. The Juab Wasps taking on the Millard Eagles. A handoff goes to the right side. Diedrich Davidson on 4th down, and he picks up the first down. Gambling was Mike Bowering, and he picks up the first down with 1:55 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier, this whole half has kind of been played, or this whole quarter has been played on the Eagles side, and I don't think Coach Bowering really had a choice there but to go. It was 4th and short.
1st and 10. Robbins going to hand it off to the left side, and getting away, getting a few yards, flag on the play is the running back Caden Whiting, and then he's tackled, and a fumble on the play recovered by the Eagles.
I think this is going to be a hold, so I think the Eagles are going to take the ball over here. My guess is that's a hold.
It is. Holding call declined by the Eagles, and they get their first turnover of the football game.
What a great tackle by Kevin.
That's a couple of holding calls against the Juab Wasp already in this ball game in the first quarter, and I'm sure Coach Mike Bowering is a little concerned about that.
With as poor field position as the Millard Eagles have had and turning the ball over twice, they are still in this game, Cam, which they got to look at as they head towards the end of the first quarter and say, hey, we can still get things right.
Yeah, I'll say they have kind of dodged a bullet here, and it's been due to great defense, just as was exemplified right there with that forcing a turnover, and that's kind of going to be into their ball game, and the Wasps are going to have to I'll let you go after this play.
There's the handoff by Cranny, goes to the right side, still pushing, and a pickup of a couple yards on the play for the Millard Eagles. We'll see if that was Brunson getting up. It is.
And just a good hard run, and you know, the Eagles right now, they may not have momentum established yet, but they have not lost momentum as they've dodged these bullets, and their defense has just been spectacular, and I would fully expect their offense will start to get online.
So a pickup of 3 brings up a 2nd down and 7 for the Millard Eagles. And now they'll come up to the right hash. Full house backfield. On the right is Ruvalcaba, and on the left is Alcala. Paco, in motion goes Ruvalcaba. There's the handoff up the middle, and a nice hole, and squirting through on the run that time was Paco Alcala.
Yeah, good run there by Paco Alcala as he gets up very near the first down. Going to be just short, but it's in third manageable. This is what the Millard Eagles like to see, is third and 1, 3rd and 2, and they can deal with that, and they thrive on that.
So set to go as the ball is placed at the, looks like 28-yard line. It's hard to see out there with the rain taking care of the paint. 28-yard line, so a pickup of a few there. About 5 yards on the pickup. Here we go. In motion goes Ruvalcaba. There's the handoff up the middle again. This time met and stopped. A great defensive play by Ashton Seeley, the sophomore, and they stop him short of the first down and maybe for a loss.
Yeah, Ashton Seeley, just a sophomore, and really not a huge defensive lineman, but he is a wrestler, and he's a very good wrestler, and I think he understands leverage. And that time he was able to get into the hole and meet the runner and then blow him backwards, not let him fall forward for the first down.
Timeout on the field, the end of the first quarter of play. Juab leads 7-0. We'll be back for second quarter action in 1 minute.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Established in 1898, the historic Whitmore Mansion in Nephi offers a tantalizing restaurant and luxurious bed and breakfast. The Tropical Oasis Caribbean Buffet is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday and includes calypso fried rice, creamy mashed potatoes, marinated grilled pork, barbecue chicken, and curry. Reserve the Whitmore Mansion for weddings and family reunions, as they feature 10 rooms, a swimming pool, jacuzzi, and sauna. Visit the Whitmore Mansion at whitmoremansionnephi.com or call Jenny or Ian 623-0747.
Welcome back once again here on Centricom Channel 10 and Classy FM, as we have the Juab Wasps taking on the Millard Eagles. Millard in the white uniforms. The Wasps of Juab are in the black, and right now it's a 4th and short for the Eagles, and they're on their side of the 50, so they're going to punt it away. At least they look like they're going to punt it away, and they are. Alcala gets it and boots it away end over end. Davidson back to receive. He's going to let it bounce. He's going to let it go very wisely. It's going to go out of bounds about the 20-yard line. So finally the Eagles get some field position change, and it's off the foot of Paco Alcala.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, he's just such a weapon back there. 4th and inches. I think most times Coach Sheriff would go for that, but I think with the wind at his back to punt that, and the way the wind and the weather has played a factor in this first quarter, he wanted to get out of the hole. Most of all, let's get out of the hole. Let's get field position switched, and he's done that. As you mentioned, Paco Alcala has switched that field position now.
Well, stop by the Whitmore Mansion because they have that tropical Caribbean buffet that'll be open extra late tonight. Got a call from Jenny and Ian. Great people over there. They're staying open till midnight by request of fans who want to go eat there after the football game. There's a handoff, 1st and 10. Diedrich Davidson slips and falls, and that's going to be a loss of maybe a couple there.
Yeah, Dane Myers for the Millard Eagles came from his position right there and just was the first one to get down on Diedrich, and he was in the backfield right there. I believe Diedrich was trying to make a cut to get around him and just nowhere to go. As a great play by Dane Myers.
So a loss of 1 on the play for Davidson. 11:24 left here in the second quarter. The Wasps lead the Eagles 7-0. That score check at courtesy of Lots of Matza Pizza and Intermountain Power. 2nd down and 11 for the Wasps. They'll send out a wide receiver to the left side. That is Greg Kidd. Under center is Nick Robbins. Has one back behind him. Set to go on the long cadence. Handoff goes up the middle, and that is going to be a nice run that time by Smith. Smith gets to about the 30-yard line and close to the first down for the Wasps.
Yeah, great run there by Smith as Brandon was able to get through the hole, and then he started to make a little bit of a move there. Got the first down and then tried to put the jukes on and just couldn't get any footing to go right there, but still a great job by the Juab offensive line. People like Nick Walforth, Brandon Agard, Ethan Phillips, Jay Catfield, and Ashton Seeley, the sophomore, going both ways, able to open that hole up for Brandon Smith.
11-yard pickup for Smith, and the Wasps have a first down, 1st and 10 at their 30-yard line. Robbins with 3 backs in a straight line behind him. Straight line horizontal. There's the handoff left side, and getting away from a tackler was Diego Carmona, the junior, and he got some yardage out of that one before he was stopped at the 35.
Yeah, Diego just lightning quick, and if he gets into space, Diego is very quick and will run away from people. The Eagles did a very good job of just containing him to that 5-yard gain.
Also bringing you this broadcast, Flowell Electric and Carl's Jr., as well as Roper Lumber. Wasps bring up 2 wide receivers to the left side. One out wide is Nolan Nielsen. Robbins under center this time, sends a wing back in motion, pitches it out to that wing back. Trying to get the corner is Carmona. He cannot get there. Good job by the Eagles to string him out, and forced out of bounds by 2 Eagles. One of them there was Tyler Gamble. The other one was Pierce Whitaker.
Yeah, and the Eagles just did a great job right there. They'd seen that play twice before. This time they were ready for it. Met him at the line of scrimmage, unable to get the first down. Just a great job by the Eagles as they show a little bit more speed defensively than they showed last year.
3rd down and 1 to go for the Wasps, just shy of the 40-yard line at the 39. Coming up, we'll have our Southern Utah University halftime show. Go to suu.edu. Now Robbins under center, Nick on the left hash at the 39. Drops the ball on the snap, scramble for it. Eagles diving in there, and the Eagles have come up with a football. Eagles have it. The 2nd turnover of the game for the Wasps, each team with 2 turnovers.
You know, I think that time Nick Robbins sensed the blitz coming, and he read it correctly, and I believe he changed the play and was going to fire just a quick pass out to a slot who was uncovered as the Eagles had shifted and brought that coverage man into the blitz, but got out of center a little quick. You never can tell. I always hate to make that call, whether it was the center not getting it back there, the quarterback coming out of quick, and I think there's only 2 people that ever know that answer, and they don't ever tell. So
that is true. And this is the first time the Eagles have had pretty good field position on the Wasp side of the football field. At the 41-yard line, Skylar Cranny with the inverted wishbone. Rubalcaba and Alcala, the fullbacks. Rolling to his left is Cranny, in trouble, throws it out. It's going to be almost caught. A nice acrobatic try on the catch by Paco Alcala, but it falls incomplete. That was some fine pressure by 2 Wasps. One of them was Caden Whiting.
Yeah, just great pressure there, and I'll tell you, that was a great pass by Skylar Cranny because he was running for his life right there. I thought he might just throw it away, but he put that, it wasn't a perfect pass, but his receiver Alcala did have a chance to go up and make a play on it, just unable to bring that down.
Austin Wardle to the left is a wide receiver. On the right is Andrew Richardson of the Eagles. Cranny is under center with the inverted wishbone. Brunson is the tailback. There's the snap. Handoff. Fumbled as Cranny is hit as he tries to hand it off, and I believe getting in there that time was Brandon Smith causing the fumble, but it is recovered by Cranny.
Yeah, Talon Jennings also got there right as they were wanting to make that, well, just as he took it to center and wanted to turn around, Juab Wasp had made penetration. Ball came coming out, and Crandall did a great job of just getting back and trying to cover that up.
So now the Eagles will be faced with a 3rd down and 18 to go at the Wasp 45-yard line. Cranny under center, takes the snap, rolls to his left side, gets a good block, looking downfield, plants, fires, and a little low pass, but a great defensive play by Diedrich Davidson as he knocked the ball as it was in flight down, but I believe he put his hands on the receiver as he did that, and he got flagged with a penalty.
Boy, that's a tough call. It came from both officials right there. From here, it looked like that was very well timed as he just got a hand in there, but you don't know where the backhand was, and maybe they saw that pushing, but the front official and the back official both called it. So that could have gone either way, but that's a critical call against the Wasps, as that's going to give the Eagles an automatic 1st down when they were facing a 3rd and 18.
Well, the Centricom Channel 10 instant replay shows that it looks like a hand is on him, and the receiver goes down in that direction from where the momentum of Diedrich Davidson was going. So I think the officials just threw the flag based on that. Yeah, and that's the beauty of instant replay right there, because from here you couldn't see that. It was on the far side of the field from us, but great call by the officials, and did not give offensive or defensive pass interference. Is no longer an automatic 1st down like it has been in, I think, up until last year. So it's going to bring up 3rd and a couple. So 3rd and a yard and a half, so that's a lot better than 3rd and 18 for sure. So the Eagles come up to the line looking for a 1st down if they can get it. Brunson in the backfield. Under center is Cranny for the Eagles. He drops back to pass. He's going to throw one deep and throws it away incomplete. He gets planted on his fanny after the throw. A great job getting in there for the Juab Wasps. Was that Brad Tishner?
Brad Tishner with the pressure. And I am absolutely shocked by the call as Marshall Sheriff changes up his plan a little bit here. I thought it was 3rd and 2, and the Eagles were going to pound that down their throat twice if they didn't get it the first time, and he kind of surprises everybody as he tries to throw deep, but just Tishner in there too quick to let that play develop.
So 4th down and 2 for the Millard Eagles with 8:51 left in the 2nd quarter. 7-0 our score. Juab leading on an early 1st quarter touchdown by Peyton Bowering. There's a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Millard, Chevron, Subway, and Texaco are happy to support Millard High School. Not only can you stop in for top-quality gasoline and oil products, but you can fill up on snacks, goodies, and drinks. You'll also find their irresistible, world-famous fried chicken and potato logs. Miller's can also service your vehicle with mechanical service or a new set of tires. And dine in on delicious and healthy meal selections at Subway. That's Millard, Chevron, Subway, and Texaco on the North I-15 interchange in Fillmore, proud to sponsor the player of the game.
Welcome back, Millard Eagles, 4th and 2. Skylar Cranny under center at the Juab 30-yard line. Looking to the sideline. Now under center again is Cranny. 2 fullbacks and a tailback trying to get the Eagles or the Wasps to jump off sides, but there may have been movement on his offensive line.
Long count right there. A lot of Wasps did move. We'll see. Came from the Eagles sideline. And it's going to be a false start against the Eagles.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And now Marshall Sheriff kind of in the same situation that Coach Bowering was earlier. It's really too close to punt, so you might as well go for some kind of play to pin him back a little farther. It's at the 35-yard line, I believe.
And he is shifting he's bringing in a host of new players. We'll see if he comes out and punt. But you're right, if it goes into the end zone, you only gain 15 yards on this. But they are lining up to punt, and that's Alcala back to punt again, see if we can pinpoint one in there.
So 4th down, back to punt. Paco Alcala, there's the snap. Alcala boots it up. And getting down there, it's going to go into the end zone. So touchback and out to the 20-yard line for the Juab Wasps.
And I don't believe that's the kickoff or the punt that Coach Sheriff was looking for. Alcala didn't consider the wind right there, and he got a real big boomer in the wind just to hold that up and can't get it in.
So Juab's offense comes back out on the field. Of course, 8:44 left in the second quarter. 7-0 Juab leads on a Peyton Bowering 6-yard touchdown run on the first drive of the game for the Juab Wasps. It was a fumble recovery at the 12-yard line of Millard, and then they punched it in. Here's Robbins going to hand it off to the right side, breaking free, getting to the outside, and then getting a few yards as the running back on the play. And then a host of Eagles come in and make the tackle. Good job that time by the Juab Wasps.
Yeah, covered up. Couldn't even see who the running back was there. It may have been Diedrich Davidson, or maybe it was hard to see as so many Eagles got there that time. Good gang tackling by the Eagles after the 6-yard gain by the Juab Wasps. And it didn't look like they'd gained that much yardage, but good hole up front, and then the second level of the Eagles was able to collapse on him.
2nd down and 4. Juab comes up to the line. Wide receiver to the right side, one to the left, double wing back. Robbins under center with a lone running back. Now there's the snap. Hands off, goes to the left side. Hit and stopped is Smith. A good defensive play by the Eagles. They had a few players getting in there. Couldn't see the number of the first player that got in there, but I tell you what, also in the backfield that time was Caden Carter.
Yeah, this Millard Eagle defense is showing some speed right now. They are a very fast defense. They're just very agile, very fast, and they are able to penetrate and get into the backfield and make life very difficult for Nick Robbins and the Juab Wasp offense.
So at the 26-yard line, no gain on the play for the Wasps. 3rd down and 3. Back to throw is Robbins. Robbins throws downfield. Finally has Peyton Bowering for a first down. He makes the catch at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that time the Juab line gave Nick Robbins plenty of time. And when you give Robbins time, he is going to pick you apart. He did that time, checked off to a couple of receivers, finally came back to Bowering in the middle of the field and picked up that first down.
So 1st and 10, Juab at the 38-yard line on their side of the 50 with 7:08 left here in the second. 7-0 Juab leads. That's your Painter Motor and Nephi Federal Credit Union score check. Wide receiver to the right side is Caden Whiting. Now they switch. And on the left side is coming Diego Carmona. There's the snap. Robbins going to hand it off to the left side over left tackle. Nothing doing there. Tyler Gamble was in there. Also for the Eagles was Cole Watcott.
Yeah, Cole Watcott's having a great game, and the Wasps got lucky that time as there was a little problem on the exchange between Robbins and Smith that time. Smith able to gather it in before Watcott got a hold of him.
So the Juab Wasps 2nd down and 9 after that 1-yard pickup on the left hash. 2 wide receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Under center is Nick Robbins. Robbins, quick pass out to the left side. Is going to be caught by Davidson. Gets tripped up. Good job that time by the Eagles. Skylar Cranny making the tackle, but a pickup of about a couple yards.
Yeah, and he also had some help that time from Pierce Whitaker, as it takes more than one to stop that little play. As you've got a blocker on the corner, the little quick pass out to the slot right there, and then people just flow to it, and the Eagles did a great job.
Looks like a 7-yard pickup on the play. So that brings up a 3rd down and short 4, long 3. Nick Robbins under center with one back in the backfield. Double wing back. He drops back to pass. Here comes the rush. Flushed out of the pocket to the right. Throws downfield wide open. Caught for a first down. It is Caden Whiting. Whiting down the sideline and gets tackled inside the 20-yard line of the Eagles to about the 15.
Yeah, Nick Robbins really showed you some mobility there. As he's probably not going to break off a 100-yard run on you or a 50-yard run, but he is very, very mobile, and that time just flowed to the right, and then nobody throws it like that as he is able to find Caden Whiting. Nobody within about 15 yards of Caden that time as he brought it in and able to pick up big gain for the Juab Wasps.
40-yard pickup on the play from Robbins to Whiting. 1st and 10 for the Juab Wasps at the Eagles' 15-yard line. Lined up on the right side is Greg Kidd. Another wide receiver on the left. Under center this time is Nick Robbins. Robbins going to drop back to pass again. Throws across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. He threw that one into double coverage as Peyton Bowering was right there.
Yeah, that time looked like the Eagles had got a hold of Peyton Bowering too. Unable to make sure of that, but definitely double coverage. And the Juab line doing a much better job right now of holding the Millard Eagle defense out, and the Eagles are sending several blitzes right now, and the Wasps are doing a much better job of picking them up and giving Nick just enough time to get rid of the ball.
Second down and 10 for the Juab Wasps at the 15 of the Millard Eagles. 5:29 left in the second. 7-0 Juab leads. Trying to add to that here. Double wing back, one back in the backfield, split wide receivers. Robbins drops back to pass, looking to his left. He's going to fire one, tries to air it to the end zone, and has a receiver, but underthrew him, incomplete. Trying to come back for the football was the wide receiver, but he couldn't get there.
Yeah, just that time, once again, the pressure got there. Nick may have held on to that one just a little bit too long as the Eagles were able to eventually break through there, and he just kind of floated that one up against the wind, and very lucky to still have possession of the ball.
Kyler Nielsen was the wide receiver who was wide open behind the defense, had an easy touchdown if Robbins could have gotten it to him.
Yeah, and that's sometimes you get coverage sacks. Well, that's a line incompletion right there, as they were able to get pressure on Nick and wouldn't let him throw a good ball out that time.
3rd and 10 from the Eagle 15-yard line in the red zone, the Juab Wasps. Now there's a handoff, faked, rolling to his left. Robbins throws to the end zone, has a man caught, touchdown! Nolan Nielsen reels it in, and the Wasps go up 13-zip.
What a perfectly executed play as the Juab Wasps faked that off tackle to the deep back that time. Nick tucks the ball on his hip as he comes out to the left side, and then there's Nolan Nielsen just wide open out there that time. And he just put it right on him. Easy catch for Nolan, touchdown, and the Wasps finally are able to get their own momentum trying to get started now.
So setting up for the extra point, Juab's Kyler Nielsen. He'll kick out of the hold of Greg, or check that. There's the snap, the ball's down, the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. That's out of the hold of Greg Kidd. That's who I thought it was.
Yep.
14-0, Juab leads the Millard Eagles. You're listening to Juab and Millard football on Centricom Channel 10 and Classy FM.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, a proud supporter of Juab Sports.
All Around Dental Care, located next to the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, can help protect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free initial exams and x-rays, braces as low as $98 a month, free ortho consultations, and convenient appointment times. Doctors Ryan Rush and Justin Hilmo accept all insurances and even offer an in-house insurance plan. And right now they're offering a cleaning for just $45. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in. All Around Dental Care, excellent dental care for the entire family. Call 623-0866.
Welcome back. Mike Tranick, Cam Wright along with you as the Juab Wasps have scored a 15-yard touchdown pass from Nick Robbins to Nolan Nielsen. Extra point good by Kyler Nielsen. And the Wasps lead 14-0. Here's the kickoff by Nielsen. Line drive kick going to be touched by one of the upbacks and palmed forward. And then he falls on it at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, great job that time by Kyler Nielsen as he kept that kick down low. You kick it up into this wind and it'll just go, and the wind's not even blowing in our direction through these open windows, but you can sure feel it as it is just blowing strong out of the north right here, which is the way Kyler was kicking that time.
Well, Mount Nebo Market has wonderful sales in every department at their store, but stop by their deli. They have delicious chicken tenders, and that is the Player of the Game award for the Juab Wasp offensively. A free deli chicken tender special. We'll have that Player of the Game honor coming up during our post-game show. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering. Now, the Eagles first down and 10. There's the handoff going to the left side. Another hole over there, and a nice pickup of about 7 yards by the running back, Brunson. Derek Brunson picks up about 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, and Brunson, that's the same play that they ran for that big gain earlier in the first quarter. And this time he just got tripped up, or he had room to run right there. Still a very nice gain for the Millard Eagles.
They give him 8 yards on the carry, so a second down and a short 3, long 2. Wide receiver to the right side for the Eagles, Andrew Richardson. Another one on the left side. There's the handoff to Brunson again, this time to the right side. But this time the Wasps get in there and make the hit. Talon Jennings, the senior, wraps him up and throws him down.
Along with Caden Whiting, he got in there as well, and they just double-teamed him right there, and that'll set the Eagles back.
It's going to put them back to about the 34-yard line, so maybe a loss of a half yard on the carry.
Third and about 4.
So third down and about 3 to go for the Millard Eagles. Juab defense has played fairly well also.
Yeah, kept the Eagles kind of back on their heels a little bit other than that one big long run. And then the Eagles, though, have been slowly, every drive have been just a little bit more effective.
Juab leading 14-0. Score check at courtesy of Fillmore City and Dwayne's Food Town. There's the snap. Cranny is going to drop back to pass, throws it out, has a receiver, and it is caught. No, it's dropped at about 5 yards beyond the first down marker, but it's incomplete. Ruval Kaba had a chance at it.
Yeah, Diego Carmona got there just in time to kind of bother that as he kind of hit the receiver just as he gathered it in and unable to bring it all the way in, and the official had a good look at that.
He makes a great catch on that, has to stop.
So the Juab Wasps leading 14-0. Juab in the black with the gold helmets, the Eagles in the white with the blue helmets, and the Eagles forced to punt. Out there to punt is going to be Paco Alcala.
Stephen Ormby.
Looks like Stephen Orm is back to receive. There's the kick, an end-over-end kick, kind of a backwards kick, and it's going to take a big Eagle bounce inside the 20, now inside the 10. A great kick by Ruval Kaba. Or Alcala, excuse me. It's going to be down at about the 10. Wow.
Yeah, and Stephen Orm was kind of chasing that all over in the wind. They had lined him up a little bit to the Wasp right side, and the ball was kicked to the left. And once again, just that weapon of Alcala, I'll probably talk about that all night, as he is just such a weapon as he pins the Wasp deep.
A 56-yard punt by Paco Alcala. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Juab Wasps at their own 10-yard line. 3:42 remaining in this first half. Coming up, our Southern Utah University halftime show. There's the snap. Robbins, quick pass out to the left side. It's going to be caught, and then dodging a tackler to the 15-yard line, and now getting to about the 17-yard line, and a nice run after the catch. Gamble, I believe, finally brought him down, but a nice reception by Diedrich Davidson.
Yeah, he did. He made about 4 people miss there and just kept moving forward a little bit. It's a small game, but it's a game that didn't look like it was going to, it's a first down. So he did a great job. He just gained yardage every time he juked somebody. He was stepping forward and picks up the first down.
Well, it's hard to see where he ended up on that sideline as we're blocked by the Juab bench, so he did get up to the 20. So a 10-yard pickup on that pass play. So here we go. Juab Wasps 1st and 10, their own 30-yard line, or 20-yard line, excuse me, is where they got to. There's the handoff to the left side, and a burst of speed by Smith, but then he runs into a brick wall and stopped right in his tracks. Can't get the number of that brick wall, but I believe it may have been 59, which would have been Cole Watcott.
Either 59 or 49. I definitely saw the 9, which then 49 would have been Pierce Whitaker. And they just did a great job of stepping up into that hole. Looked like the hole had opened up big right there. And then that Millard Eagle got in the hole and shut it down.
So a pickup of 3 yards on the carry. Now Robbins back to pass again. Wide open pass along the sideline here on the near side. Caught by Nolan Nielsen, who caught that touchdown pass. And another Wasp first down.
Yeah, Nolan Nielsen came out and just did a little sit-down route as he came out. Felt that as soon as the defender started to turn out of his back pedal and sprint downfield, he just stopped and sat on it right there. And Nick was able to get him the ball.
So the 33-yard line. 10-yard pickup on the play. And set to go. Here's Robbins again throwing downfield. It's going to be caught for about a 7-yard gain. Austin Wardle on the tackle, but his mirror image, Diego Carmona, number 3 of the Wasps, made the catch.
And Nick Robbins starting to find some rhythm throwing the ball, moving a little bit to avoid the pressure, and then delivering strike after strike now. I believe that's 3 completed passes in a row. And I know that he started out the game 0 for 4.
8-yard pickup on the play.
Nice little rollout action there by.
So now the Wasps in the shotgun is Robbins again. Nick drops back, looks to his left, steps up through the pressure, fires downfield, has a wide receiver open. Down the sideline, Diedrich Davidson. Davidson to the 45 of the Eagles, makes a move, and then gets caught inside the 35 to about the 34. Touchdown saving tackle by the Eagles, Kevin Mao.
Kevin Mao made a great tackle there, but Nick Robbins with a great play as he steps up. As the pressure gets to him, able to step up through the pocket that time and just throws a little lob pass down there to Diedrich Davison, who never gave up on the route, gets the catch, and a big pickup for the Wasps as they try to get in before the half.
39-yard pickup for the Juab Wasps. And the Wasps With 1:36 left, leading 14-0. We'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 20 of the Eagles on the right hash. Robbins in the gun. 3 wide receivers left, 2 right. Robbins throws downfield, has a receiver. Peyton Bowering makes the catch at about the 14-yard line. Now they're going to see he was at the 11 before he got hit.
And Kevin Maua for the Millard Eagles just come up and laid the boom on Peyton right there, and now we've got the timeout.
So a nice pickup on the play. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. 1:22 left, 14-0 Wasps.
Kern River Gas Transmission wishes the Millard Eagles good luck this season and reminds everyone that damage from others digging into a pipeline is one of the main causes of pipeline failures. Never guess where a pipeline is located. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or homeowner, if you plan to dig, call Blue Stakes to make sure all utilities are marked. Call Blue Stakes at 800-662-4111 or the new national 811 number at least 48 hours before digging. Kern River Gas Transmission Company reminds you to call before you dig. It's free. It's the law.
Flowell Electric wants their customers to be safe around electricity. And here's a few tips. First, don't use an electrical appliance around water. Another tip is to call Blue Stakes to have utility lines marked before you dig in your yard. And never damage power company equipment because it causes needless power outages, creates safety hazards, and results in higher power rates. Flowell Electric, a proud supporter of Millard High School.
Welcome back, Nick Robbins. Here he's going to pass, 2nd down and short. He gets hit and sacked on the play. The Eagles with some great defense. Making the sack that time for the Eagles was Dane Myers, the senior.
Yeah, Dane Myers is having a whale of a game right now defensively as he is able to quickly get in there, forces Coach Bowering to burn his last time out of the half.
2nd down and 1 with 1:13 left in the second quarter. 14-0 Juab. We're back after this.
Lots of Matza Pizza in Nephi is locally owned and a delicious pizza restaurant in Nephi where they do delivery to Nephi, Mona, and Levan. Lots of Matza Pizza has take and bake as well as hot and go pizza. Their food is made fresh daily in store and they offer pizza, pasta, calzones, sticks, and fresh salads. You can find them online at lotsofmatza.com. Their menu's available there and you can do online ordering available to the customers. Lots of Matza Pizza, a proud sponsor of Juab High School Sports.
Welcome back once again. Mike Train and Cam right along with you. The Juab Wasps trying to get a score before halftime. They lead 14-0 on a touchdown by Peyton Bowering, a 6-yard run early in the first quarter, and then they just scored with 5:17 left in the second quarter on a 15-yard touchdown pass from Nick Robbins to Nolan Nielsen. And now they have a 3rd down and about 4 to go, Cam.
Yeah, and I think right now the playbook's wide open. 1:13 left. You are out of timeouts, but you do got a senior quarterback out there with great command of the offense.
Robbins takes the snap, drops back, pump fake twice, throw into the end zone to the corner, and he has a man. Incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it out was the Eagle defender. A great job. That pass was intended for Kyler Nielsen. And trying to look at the Eagle who got the ball, it was Kevin Mao again.
Kevin Mao is doing a great job as he must have just timed that exactly perfect as that ball was perfectly thrown by Nick Robbins right there. Looked like Mao just got a hand in there to knock it out at the last second.
And I believe he tweaked his ankle as he made that turn to knock that ball out. So a great play. Brings up a 4th down and about 4 for the Juab Wasps. Spread out formation here with 3 wide receivers right, 1 on the left is Davidson. Robbins in the gun, drops back to pass, looking, here comes the rush. He fires down to the left side, has a man picked off, intercepted. Coming up with the interception for the Eagles was number 12. That was Jesse Robinson.
And that is the Millard Eagle coaching staff being very aware of Juab tendencies right there. As Juab spread actually 4 eligible receivers out to the right side that time, 1 to the left, and they double-teamed the one on the left, which happened to be Diedrich Davison. And Coach Sheriff mentioned him in the pregame, said they'd know where he is all the time. And I think the Eagles just picked up some momentum right there as they come out of hold the ball till the half, come out only down 14.
Now the Eagles back to, now they're going to hand it off up the middle, and no, that may have been nothing there. It looks like maybe a fumble. I didn't catch that, but the Eagles do have the football. They're backed up inside their 10-yard line to their 5, so they don't have a lot of room.
It looked like they gave on the carry that time to Ruvakava, but he did not go anywhere, and Coach Sheriff is probably going to run one more play and let this half expire, get in the locker room only down 14, and especially just surviving that first quarter where they put the ball on the turf twice and turned it over.
And they're very fortunate to only be down by 2 touchdowns. Their defense has had a lot to say about that, too.
They have. Their defense has made some big plays when they've needed to.
So the Eagles now with 18 seconds left before halftime. Trailing 14-0, will send Cranny under center. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off to the left side. Brunson's going to have some room to run and then pick up to about the 10-yard line, and that's going to end the first half of play as the Eagles get an interception to kill the Juab drive at the end of the first half. Jesse Robinson, the hero, who picks it off. Right now it's time for our Southern Utah University halftime show, SUU, where you get involved in your education and experience more. We'll be back with the SUU halftime show and an interview with Kyler Rowley of the Millard Eagles. We'll do that when we come back in 2 minutes.
Choosing a college is tough, but there's a big difference between 25 and 500 students in a class. SUU has small classes. It's a big difference if your professor is teaching class or doing research. SUU professors are in the classroom teaching and calling on you by name. At SUU, distinguished faculty are in small classes teaching rigorous nationally accredited programs on a safe campus in an unrivaled natural setting. Southern Utah University. There is a difference.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Tasting notes for the Carl's Jr. Texas Barbecue Thick Burger by Texas race car legend Terry Labonte.
Boy, there's nothing better than a juicy char-broiled burger. But when you pile on fried jalapenos and mouth-watering barbecue brisket, smoked for hours and hours and slathered in mesquite barbecue sauce, you got a Texas winner.
The Texas Barbecue Thick Burger with smoked brisket, mesquite barbecue sauce, and jalapeno straws. New at Carl's Jr. For limited time, available at standard half-pound thick burgers.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633. Welcome back to the Centricom and Classy FM halftime show. I'm with Kyler Rowley, running back of the Millard Eagles. And Kyler, thanks for joining us on our halftime show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate SUU as well, of course, bringing you this halftime show. And Kyler, you know, you had some tragic news earlier this year. You tore an ACL in your knee and you're out for your entire junior season in football. I know it's got to be tough to take, but how are you taking it?
Well, the team helps out a lot, and I think I can push through it. I just hope the team does good, so I'm going to be there with them the whole time.
Well, that's good. Tell us about how it happened. Was it in practice that you got hurt? How did it happen?
Well, it happened the first game in baseball playoffs. Ran to the base, and a kid dived for a ball right into my knee, and it just blew it out.
You've been recovering ever since?
Yeah, just a lot of work in the weight room and therapy, and just been working on it since.
Gotcha. All right, tell me about your teammates here on this team. What makes this Eagle team good this year?
We have really good skilled players. They do really well, and our defense is pretty strong. Our quarterback's a really good leader, and I think that it's all going to happen on the line, though. So how they do is how good we'll do.
All right, and tell me about yourself personally. What do you like doing in school? Do you have a favorite subject?
Yeah, weightlifting.
All right. Any other things you like to do in high school that you enjoy?
I don't know. I do like Myers class. Language is fun, so that's about it, though.
All right. Tell me about yourself personally. What do you like to do in your off time? Do you have any hobbies? Do you like to go out and hunt? What do you like to do?
Yeah, I like to hunt, but I guess football's all that's on my mind all the time. Football season. That's about all I do during football season. Lift and play.
All right. Tell me about maybe some college athletes that you look up to or pro athletes. Anybody that you try to pattern your game after?
I like Frank Gore a lot. I like how he's a powerful runner. I like to watch him. I look up to him. I'd like to be like him. And Mike Allstott's always been someone I looked up to when he played. But all I know about him. He's pretty good.
All right. Of course, you want football to take you as far as you can go, but what's your fallback? You got a plan maybe as you approach your senior year of what you'd like to be when you grow up?
Yeah, I want to study to be a physical therapist or an athletic trainer is what I'm looking to do.
That's cool. A lot of money in that, too.
Yeah, hope so, if I'm good.
All right. Well, anybody out there you want to say hello to, maybe back home that couldn't make it over to the game? Of course, not a lot of people coming since they know you got an injured knee there, but anybody you want to say hi to back home?
Yeah, I guess I'll say hi to my grandparents, Don and Sydney Rowley.
All right, sounds good. Well, we appreciate you taking time for this interview. I want to wish you the best of luck in recovery.
Thank you.
All right, Kyler Rowley, running back of the Millard Eagles here in Nephi, Utah. We'll send it back to the studios for a break. We'll be back with more of the Southern Utah University halftime show in a bit. Go to suu.edu to find out more about your university. We'll be right back.
Painter Motor in Nephi is home of the best new and used cars in Central Utah, backed by extraordinary service. Test drive the new 2014 Chevy Silverado that's redesigned from the tires up to feature best in horsepower, best in towing, and best in fuel economy, touting a V8 engine that gets V6 gas mileage. Right now, Painter Motor has a rock-bottom pre-owned V62 cars or online at paintermotor.com.
Roper Lumber in Fillmore is your full-service lumber yard, appliance center, and Ace Hardware store in Millard County. Whether it's a fix-it project, building a shed or addition, or just regular maintenance on the house, the friendly folks at Roper Lumber Ace Hardware are there to help. They also carry a wide selection of Whirlpool appliances, including stainless steel models at incredible prices. For all your hardware and lumber supplies, visit Roper Lumber Ace Hardware, 95 North Main Street in Fillmore.
Are you ready for a weekend away? Jorgensen's Honda is the place to start. They carry a full line of RVs to make that trip a lasting memory. With models like Yellowstone, Conquest, Amerilite, and Canyon Trail, you can find the perfect fit. For great fun and comfort, check out the full line of RVs at Jorgensen's Honda. Dennis or Mike can help you out. Stop by today at 980 South Coveview Road in Richfield, or give them a call at 435-896-6408.
The Fillmore City Mayor and City Council and staff members are excited about the Millard Eagles this sports season. They'd like to congratulate the Millard High School team members, the coaches, faculty, staff, and student body on a great season and wish them the very best in this year's playoff. The entire city fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. Fillmore City would like all involved to know that they're behind them 100%. Happy to be Millard Eagles Sports Booster. Fillmore City, go Eagles!
And welcome back here on our Southern Utah University halftime show. Mike Trina, Cam Wright along with you. Southern Utah University, from a new freshman to a graduate student, and SUU education is designed to help you experience more education. Right now, the Juab Wasps educating the Millard Eagles as they lead 14-0 here in this football game at halftime. And, of course, it was just two scores, one early in the first quarter. And that was a Peyton Bowering touchdown run after a gift at the 12-yard line, a fumble recovery, and then a 15-yard touchdown pass from Nick Robbins to Nolan Nielsen. So that's the only scoring we've seen here. The rest of the game, we've had some brightness, Cam, on offense and defense for both teams, but we've also seen a lot of freshman mistakes, and I'd say that just early in the season. Not that they're made by freshmen, but it's just early.
Yeah, and it is. I think a lot of it's jitters, and this, you expect on a August night to have a little better weather than we've got right here. Is just a blowing wind and rain, and it's wet out there, and the balls are wet, and kids are nervous. They're excited to be out here, and just some mistakes happen. But when you do see the big plays, you do see the big plays. Millard had that big, I believe, 59-yard run right there in the first half that we thought might get them going, and then they immediately turned it over. And then Juab countered with a couple of turnovers of their own. And so it's just been a lot of spinning your wheels right now trying to get this season kicked off. And I would fully expect both teams will come out and be much crisper and much sharper here in the second half.
Well, let's take a look at the Southern Utah University halftime stats. Of course, halftime stats are a courtesy of SUU, where you get involved in your education and experience more. First, for the Millard Eagles, in the rushing department, Derek Brunson, 9 rushes for 18 yards as the Juab defense has been very stingy. 1 rush for 5 yards for Paco Alcala, and 2 rushes for 59 yards. That was a 59-yard run by Gerardo Ruvalcaba. And then 1 rush for negative yardage for Skylar Cranny. Total on the ground, the Eagles 13 rushes for 78 yards. Passing department almost non-existent. 1 pass completed out of 4 attempts for Skylar Cranny, and negative yardage, -8. So 2 turnovers as well in this football game, 2 fumbles that the Eagles had. So total offense for the Eagles, 70 yards on the ground, or 70 yards in all, 2 turnovers. For the Juab Wasps, a little better, but not much. 4 rushes for 17 yards unofficially for Diedrich Davidson. 6 rushes for 22 yards for Brandon Smith. Then 2 rushes for 8 yards for Diego Carmona. And then 2 rushes for 7 yards and a touchdown of 6 yards by Peyton Bowring. So total on the ground for the Wasps unofficially, 14 rushes for 54 yards, a touchdown, but 2 fumbles, and they were turned over. But in the passing department, after starting off 0 for 4 or 0 for 5, Nick Robbins has come back, and he is 9 of 18 for 150 yards, a touchdown, but 1 interception that ended the first half. So total offense for the Wasps, 204 yards. Total with 3 turnovers, which is the key here. In the receiving department, you've got 1 catch for 40 yards for Caden Whiting. You've got 2 catches for 21 yards for, I believe, Peyton Bowring. And then you've got 3 catches for 56 yards for Diedrich Davidson. Nolan Nielsen has 2 catches for 25, including a 15-yard touchdown, and a catch for 8 yards for Diego Carmona. So that's really the stats. How do you break that down,
Well,
Kim?
I think the Millard Eagles would actually, they would like a few more rushing yards. They would like that 70 rushing yards up around Juab's 150 yards passing. But it was just such a rough start, and they could not get out of the hole to get it going. And every time they thought they were going to, they put the ball on the ground. But I'm sure that Coach Sheriff can take a lot out of it. Maybe not so much positive out of his offense, but definitely positive out of his defense. And then you take a look at the Juab Wasp, and you talked about that slow start by Nick Robbins, and holy cow, but then he gets it going. And so we think Nick has probably had a little bit of a substandard half, battling elements, first game of the year, and he's completed 50% of his passes, on pace to have a 300-yard game, which is pretty incredible once he got it going right there. And I think some of that was the offensive line adjusting to what the Eagles were doing right there as they started to give Nick a little bit more time, and then when Nick gets time, he starts to connect on passes.
All right, it's our Southern Utah University halftime show. Juab leading the Millard Eagles 14-0 at halftime. We'll be back right after this.
You want a quality education? How's this? All of SUU's nursing graduates passed their licensing exam on the first try in May of 2010. 100% of our students, not most of them, all of them. Small classes, caring faculty, the best facilities, that equals quality. Again, in May of 2011, 100% of our students passed the test. That's quality. You expect it, SUU delivers it.
Millard County residents are accustomed to friendly service, quality grocery items, and convenient prices at Dwayne's Food Town in Fillmore. Dwayne's Food Town prides itself on providing the choicest cuts of meat in their meat department, assuring they offer the freshest produce available, and providing the best value on every grocery item in the store. Stop in and discover for yourself the hometown service and attention that you deserve at Dwayne's Food Town, located at 375 South Main in Fillmore. Proud to support the Eagles this year.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Welcome back once again here on Centricom Channel 10 and also Classy FM. Mike Trina, Cam Wright with you. The Southern Utah University Halftime Show, a curriculum deliberately built to focus on your experience. Go to suu.edu and see how you can experience more. Let's check out the SUU Halftime Scoreboard with Cam Wright.
Quick updates right now. We have the Manti Templars leading Mountain View 14-12. North Sanpete trails Stansbury in the second quarter 41-7. Just a quick look as we have Richfield over Kanab 6-0. And other games of interest, South Sevier leading Gunnison 16-0 at this point. and Enterprise 12, Diamond Ranch 0 at the half on that ball game, and then North Summit North Sevier 21, ALA 6, and that's at the end of 1 quarter of play.
All right, there's your halftime scoreboard, brought to you by Southern Utah University. 14-0 Wasps lead the Eagles here in Nephi as the rain starts up again. We'll send it back to the studios for a break. We'll take a 2-minute timeout here on Centricom Channel 10 and also Classy FM.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Service Drug is not only your full-service pharmacy, but offers a wide range of books, home decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
What's inside your kid? A teacher, an engineer, a musician, an accountant, a doctor, or maybe a scientist. Your kid has what it takes to excel and succeed, but they may not know it. You can help them unlock their potential and find out what's inside. Partner up with their teachers and coaches. Find out what you can do. Just something to think about. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
About 30 minutes, so...
And welcome back here in Nephi, Utah at Juab High School at halftime. The Juab Wasps lead the Millard Eagles at halftime 14-0 here during our Southern Utah University halftime show. And we have a lightning delay as Cam Wright pulled up his lightning strike smartphone. He found out that the lightning strike was about 4 miles away, but they've put a half-hour delay on this game now. So we'll have an extended halftime show with you, and the lightning looks like it may be moving this direction as well.
Yeah, it could be a while. Looks like there's a band of thunderstorms moving through the area right now. So I've done this before. I've been up here during lightning delays and weather delays and officials not showing up, and it can make for a long night.
Well, again, some of those, we'll talk about the scores a little bit later on. We'll have some updates. They never started from what we hear in Delta, Utah. Morgan was playing at Delta. That game would have been on Centricom Channel 10's website at local10.tv, but they never kicked off in that one because of the bad weather over there in Millard County. So I guess the good news is we're playing here in Juab County. At least we got a half of football in so far. Well, we appreciate all of our sponsors for this broadcast. They are Garrett Honda, Security Insurance, Whitmore Mansion, All Around Dental Care, Lots of Matza Pizza, Intermountain Power, Painter Motor, as well as Nephi Federal Credit Union, Centricom Channel 10, Central Valley Medical Center, Drew Bay Used Cars, as well as Cache Valley Bank and Mount Nebo Market. Also sponsoring our broadcast from the Fillmore area, Stevens Feed, Miller's Subway, Kern River Gas, Flowell Electric, Carl's Jr., Roper Lumber, Fillmore City, Dwayne's Food Town, Service Drug in Fillmore, Sunrise Engineering, Fillmore Medical Center, Millard County Credit Union, Fillmore Shell IFA, as well as Snow College and Southern Utah University. Well, Cam, of course, this game, let's talk a little bit more about that first half of play. Things started off well for the Juab Wasps as the defense played very well. They held the Eagles on their side of the field for most of the first half. In fact, the only chance the Eagles got out of that was in that first quarter. It was all played on the Eagle side of the field. They started out at the 43-yard line of Juab, but that quickly turned into a turnover, and that was after one run of 59 yards. And then boy, I tell you what, Juab has just played very well.
Yeah, defensively they've played pretty solidly. That one big run. Offensively, it took them a minute to get it going, and and then for the Millard Eagles, they want to run the ball, but the problem, and I've seen this, it's been a while, and I guess we have a while to talk about it during this lightning delay, but years and years ago, the Juab Wasps were playing at Grantsville, and the wind just really started to howl that second half, and Juab, it was their turn to take the ball, and they elected to take the ball, and I think if they had to do it again, they wouldn't have done that because they played that entire third quarter going into the wind, couldn't punt out of it, couldn't move out of it, and Grantsville, just with the great field position, was able to pound that in and get about a 3-score lead. And when Juab got the wind at the second half, it was just too late. And so I think the wind played a critical part in this ball game, and weather is continuing to play a part on this, but I think that explains some of the fumbles early, the drop passes early, the high throws early, and I think once players got accustomed to it a little bit. They haven't seen this all year. They haven't had to practice in it all year. And now you see it. This is more of an October night rather than an August night. And I think the players started to get it going a little bit better and were able to make some plays. And like I said, when we get started here, I fully expect the Millard Eagles to be much sharper offensively. They were great defensively in the first half, and they have a great scheme to help contain Nick Robbins. But I think offensively they'll get going a little bit better in the first half, than they were in the first half.
Well, and we'll talk about this more coming up as well. But if this weather continues, but the lightning disappears, this would be more of a running teams type of ball game. And Juab can run the ball, but Nick Robbins is definitely on the side of where they want that offense to go with his passing. The Eagles could make a game of this one in the second half. Right now, we're going to take a break as the rain's falling. Still on our lightning delay here. 25 minutes on the clock before halftime will resume, unless we get another lightning strike close by. We'll send it back to the studios as we have the extended Southern Utah University halftime show. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember: Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Do you need a banking partner for your farm or business? Hi, I'm Darren Dyring, branch manager at Cache Valley Bank in Ephraim, and we have money to lend to your farm or business. If you need to upgrade equipment or purchase a new building or just expand, we can help. Also, don't forget we offer free business and personal checking accounts. So stop by and get acquainted. We want to help you succeed. Cache Valley Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Okay, it's time to pop the top on another canning season, and Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply in Fillmore has you covered. Bottles, lids, pectin, and, well, hey, Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply also has juicers, dehydrators, apple peelers, and more. Okay, let's take the stress and frustration out of your canning season with the proper equipment and supplies from Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply, your local IFA dealer in Fillmore.
Here it is, that time of year that all kids and parents look forward to. Back to school time! So the Mount Nebo Market is running the hottest price of the year on Yoplait yogurt at only 39 cents each. Or how about fresh, juicy Green River watermelon, 3 pounds for $1, and sweet, locally grown corn on the cob, 3 for $1. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts, only $1.69 a pound. Yeah, send the kids back to school and then go shopping at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
The Millard County Credit Union offices in Fillmore and Delta want to thank you for your business over the years. Not only will you find amazingly low interest rates, automobile and RV loans, checking, Visa accounts, bill pay, and debit cards, but banking is easier with their e-teller home banking service. Just log on to www.millardccu.com, sign up for their e-teller services, and conveniently manage all your credit union accounts from home. That's the Millard County Credit Union in Delta and Fillmore.
Stevens Feed and Holden serves the surrounding communities in Millard County as well as farmers in central and southern Utah. They buy and Stevens Feed and Holden serves the surrounding communities in Millard County as well as farmers in central and southern Utah. They buy and sell alfalfa hay and can haul your hay to wherever it needs to go. You can be assured that you'll get the right price while receiving the service you deserve when buying and selling hay. The entire crew appreciates farmers and ranchers for their business over the years, and they're happy to contribute to the school and community as a sports booster. That's Stevens Feed and Holden, a proud supporter of Millard Athletics.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Established in 1898, the historic Whitmore Mansion in Nephi offers a tantalizing restaurant and luxurious bed and breakfast. The Tropical Oasis Caribbean Buffet is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday and includes calypso fried rice, creamy mashed potatoes, marinated grilled pork, barbecue chicken, and curry. Reserve the Whitmore Mansion for weddings and family reunions, as they feature 10 rooms, a swimming pool, jacuzzi, and sauna. Visit the Whitmore Mansion at whitmoremansionnephi.com or call Jenny or Ian 623-0747.
Miller, Chevron, Subway, and Texaco are happy to support Millard High School. Not only can you stop in for top-quality gasoline and oil products, but you can fill up on snacks, goodies, and drinks. You'll also find their irresistible, world-famous fried chicken and potato logs. Miller's can also service your vehicle with mechanical service or a new set of tires. And dine in on delicious and healthy meal selections at Subway. That's Miller, Chevron, Subway, and Texaco on the North I-15 interchange in Fillmore, proud to sponsor the player of the game.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, a proud supporter of Juab Sports.
And welcome back here at Juab High School in Nephi, Utah. We have a lightning delay and about 19 minutes on the clock before they deem it safe to come back on the field unless another lightning strike happens within the stadium here, within a mile of the stadium. So we're under a lightning delay here as the Juab Wasps lead the Millard Eagles 14-0 here at halftime. Of course, coming up during our post-game show, we'll have our Mount Nebo Market Offensive Player of the Game for the Juab Wasps. Of course, the deli always offers freshly sliced deli meats and side dishes. Mount Nebo Market, 965 North Main in Nephi. And we'll also have our Defensive Player of the Game for the Juab Wasps, the Whitmore Mansion Defensive Player of the Game. Whitmore Mansion, happy to supply that honor, and you can reserve the Whitmore Mansion for weddings and family reunions by calling 623-0747. The good news is that the Whitmore Mansion Tropical Caribbean Buffet will be open extra late tonight after the football game. It'll be open until midnight tonight to get that delicious buffet. The thing is depending on how long this lightning delay is, maybe we won't be there till after midnight, Cam.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that's late enough. I was going to get down there and try that. I'd heard all sorts of good things about it. I thought, well, that's a good idea. I'll go eat there after the game. But like you said, I'm hoping we're out of here in time to get down there. As now the rain has really picked up as this band of storms just moves through. And it's kind of weird being in a press box and looking out over an empty field. No fans. And it looks like the next morning, not the game, not at halftime.
Definitely does. Well, the Juab Wasps have outgained the Millard Eagles in the first half, 204 yards to 70 for the Eagles. The closest the Eagles got was the 35-yard line of Juab for a score. They've played most of the football game on their side of the 50-yard line. They've only been across the 50 a couple times, while Juab, on the other hand, has been for half the game on the Millard side of the field.
Yeah, and you look at that, and the Eagles feel I think they have to build some confidence that they only gave up 14 points and really only 7 points when they were really battling that field position. And that was that's a tough task to keep anybody from scoring when you give it up on the 12-yard line. They did make Juab work for it before Peyton Bowdering was able to squeeze in and get that touchdown. And then Nick Robbins got it a little bit going in the second half. And the thing I noticed about Nick is he threw the ball much better against the wind, is when he finally got it going with the wind. The Eagle and I'm going to give a lot of credit to the Eagle pressure. Walcott has been in there all night, and they were able to get some pressure on Nick Robbins, and they disrupted the Juab offense. But there's nothing to hang your head about if you're the Millard Eagle defense here at this halftime, as you played an outstanding first half of ball, especially being put in the situations that you were put in.
Well, the Millard Eagles, of course, with a chance in this football game, by all intents and purposes, they should be down by a lot more than they are. They've been fortunate. Their defense has come up big, and one of the blessings that they've had is 2 fumbles and an interception for the Juab Wasps, which have really killed their opportunities.
Boy, and that interception, I think, right before the half was huge. If Juab goes up 21-0 before the half right there, then that's going to be a real downer for the Millard Eagles. But they make that huge play, get the interception there as Nick Robbins was trying to hit Diedrich Davidson in the corner. He was double covered there, and they just did a great job of picking that pass off, and I think saved momentum and kept the Wasps out of the end zone.
Well, making the interception for the Millard Eagles was number 12, Jesse Robinson. He had the pick at the end of the first half, and Tyler Gamble has a sack in this game on Nick Robbins. That's the other reason why the Eagles are still in this game, only down by 14-0.
Yeah, doing a great job defensively. I don't think we can say enough about how well they are playing defensively, and they just need to keep that up.
Well, this is your extended Southern Utah University halftime show. Mike Train and Cam right along with you. Of course, coming up on our halftime show, we'll take a look at the scoring summary for the first half, and we'll also talk about some of the other games going on here in Central Utah. We'll be back here on Centricom Channel 10 and Classy FM.
All Around Dental Care, located next to the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, can help protect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free initial exams and x-rays, braces as low as $98 a month, free ortho consultations, and convenient appointment times. Doctors Ryan Rush and Justin Hilmo accept all insurances and even offer an in-house insurance plan. And right now they're offering a cleaning for just $45. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in. All Around Dental Care, excellent dental care for the entire family. Call 623-0866.
Kern River Gas Transmission wishes the Millard Eagles good luck this season and reminds everyone that damage from others digging into a pipeline is one of the main causes of pipeline failures. Never guess where a pipeline is located. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or homeowner, if you plan to dig, call Blue Stakes to make sure all utilities are marked. Call Blue Stakes at 800-662-4111 or the new national 811 number at least 48 hours before digging. Kern River Gas Transmission Company reminds you to call before you dig. It's free. It's the law.
Flowell Electric wants their customers to be safe around electricity. And here's a few tips. First, don't use an electrical appliance around water. Another tip is to call Blue Stakes to have utility lines marked before you dig in your yard. And never damage power company equipment because it causes needless power outages, creates safety hazards, and results in higher power rates. Flowell Electric, a proud supporter of Millard High School.
Lots of Matza Pizza in Nephi is locally owned and a delicious pizza restaurant in Nephi where they do delivery to Nephi, Mona, and Levan. Lots of Matza Pizza has take and bake as well as hot and go pizza. Their food is made fresh daily in-store and they offer pizza, pasta, calzones, sticks, and fresh salads. You can find them online at lotsamatza.com. Their menu's available there, and you can do online ordering available to the customers. Lots of Matza Pizza, a proud sponsor of Juab High School Sports.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab high schools. Welcome back to the Centricom Channel 10 broadcast here from Juab High School, along with Classy FM. Mike Trina and Cam Wright along with you. We appreciate you joining us for our extended Southern Utah University halftime show. We have a lightning delay as the rain's still falling, lightning strikes, and we'll turn it over to Cam Wright to give us the update on how many lightning strikes are within 3.8 miles.
Well, there's several. I can't count them all. There's several, but I think they are starting to move out of the area right now. I'm hoping that we don't get anything close that wakes the officials up right here and makes them think that we need to restart this clock, because we're down to 11 minutes and there hasn't been anything visible for us right here. We're pulling it up on the radar that shows us there are some within about 4 miles, just inside of 4 miles, but they do seem to be moving. And the severity, I mean, it looks like we've got some storm over us and a little bit of rain, but the severity, or the worst part of the storm, seems to be moving to the north.
Glad it is, and every time a lightning strike happens within a certain proximity of the stadium, they have to put another 30 minutes on the clock for safety. All the fans have piled out of the stands. They're either inside the school or in their cars waiting for the resumption of this game, and we will keep you here and keep you up to date on that. Right now, let's talk about some of the scores from around the state. Other games going on tonight. One game that never got off was the Delta-Morgan game.
Yeah, that's where this band of showers has come from, is from the west and Delta, and they just never even were able to kick that off. We were lucky to get the half in, but that storm moved through Delta, and they just were unable to get it going. It looks like it's past it now, but I don't know if they just decided to postpone that game or if they decided to start it late. We'll have to wait and see as scores start to come in.
All right, well, let's check some of those other scores, Cam, from around the state. What do we have thus far?
Well, first half, North Summit is all over Altamont 34-0. North Sevier at the half is up 35-6. Other scores of interest have Canyon View 15, Beaver 13 at the half. That's probably a little surprise right there, as Beaver is hanging tough. We talked about them in the pregame and how this could be a breakout season for the Beavers. Summit Academy 27 all over Emory 0, and that's a little bit of a surprise to me right there. That score is almost at the half. Last update, 4 minutes left in the second quarter. And the Carbon Dinos have a lead on Grand 14-6. That score is also at halftime, and the Grantsville Cowboys all over Cedar 16-7, and that's moved into the third quarter. South Sevier over Gunnison 16-0, as Gunnison, I know, is trying to get things going, as I know they had to replace a coach late in the season, or right before the season started. They had to replace their head coach, and so that could be a little bit of a challenge for them. Corner Canyon, just a huge school all over Juan Diego, 24-0, but I always like to mention it when Juan Diego's down and being shut out. Richfield 6, Kanab 0 at the half. And just to see, Parowan 33, Milford 0 also at the half. And I now know that the Delta Morgan game has been postponed, so they won't get that going tonight at all. Manti leads Mountain View 14-12. That's also at the half. And the North Sanpete Hawks having a tough night in Tooele as they trail Stansbury 44-7 at the end of one half.
So there's the scores for you here on the Centricom Channel 10 and Classy FM simulcast, as the Juab Wasps lead here 14-0 over the Millard Eagles during our lightning delay here during the Southern Utah University halftime show. Southern Utah University, a curriculum already built to focus on your experience. Go to suu.edu to find out more. Wonderful campus, wonderful university there. We'll send it back to the studios for a break. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
Tasting notes for the Carl's Jr. Texas Barbecue Thick Burger by Texas race car legend Terry Labonte.
Boy, there's nothing better than a juicy char-broiled burger. But when you pile on fried jalapenos and mouth-watering barbecue brisket, smoked for hours and hours and slathered in mesquite barbecue sauce, you got a Texas winner.
The Texas Barbecue Thick Burger with smoked brisket, mesquite barbecue sauce, and jalapeno straws. New at Carl's Jr. For limited time, available at standard half-pound thick burgers.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
Painter Motor in Nephi is home of the best new and used cars in Central Utah, backed by extraordinary service. Test drive the new 2014 Chevy Silverado that's redesigned from the tires up to feature best in horsepower, best in towing, and best in fuel economy, touting a V8 engine that gets V6 gas mileage. Right now, Painter Motor has a rock-bottom pre-owned vehicle special. Get any pre-owned vehicle for just $37 down. Painter Motor, 1100 North Main Street in Nephi. Call 800-662-CARS or online at paintermotor.com.
Roper Lumber in Fillmore is your full-service lumber yard, appliance center, and Ace Hardware store in Millard County. Whether it's a fix-it project, building a shed or addition, or just regular maintenance on the house, the friendly folks at Roper Lumber Ace Hardware are there to help. They also carry a wide selection of Whirlpool appliances, including stainless steel models at incredible prices. For all your hardware and lumber supplies, visit Roper Lumber, Ace Hardware, 95 North Main Street in Fillmore.
Are you ready for a weekend away? Jorgensen's Honda is the place to start. They carry a full line of RVs to make that trip a lasting memory. With models like Yellowstone, Conquest, Amerilite, and Canyon Trail, you can find the perfect fit. For great fun and comfort, check out the full line of RVs at Jorgensen's Honda. Dennis or Mike can help you out. Stop by today at 980 South Coveview Road in Richfield, or give them a call at 435-896-6408.
The Fillmore City Mayor and City Council and staff members are excited about the Millard Eagles this sports season. They'd like to congratulate the Millard High School team members, the coaches, faculty, staff, and student body on a great season and wish them the very best in this year's playoff. The entire city fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. Fillmore City would like all involved to know that they're behind them 100%. Happy to be Millard Eagles Sports Booster. Fillmore City, go Eagles!
And welcome back to our halftime show here on Classy FM and Centricom Channel 10, our simulcast as the Juab Wasps are hosting the Millard Eagles in 2A, 3A high school football action here from Nephi, Utah. We're under a lightning delay as the lightning is struck close to the stadium. We've been under that warning for about a half hour, but we should get underway here in about 10 minutes. They'll put some time on the clock for the teams to, of course, warm up. There's about 6 minutes on the clock now left in the lightning delay precautions. The stands have been cleared, and of course the fans are out of here. We've got the press box filled up with people as well, and hopefully folks will come back to watch the rest of this game. But right now the Juab Wasps do lead the Millard Eagles 14-0 on 2 touchdowns. Our scoring summary, as we take a look at that, the first touchdown came on the first drive of the ball game for the Juab Wasps. It was a fumble recovery by the Juab defense at the 12-yard line of Millard. And then on that first drive, a couple runs, and they punched it into the end zone on a Peyton Bowering 6-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Kyler Nielsen was good, and the Wasps led Cam 7-0 with 9:05 left in the first.
Yeah, just took advantage of a mistake by the Millard Eagles on that fumble right there and able to eventually push it in the end zone there. And Peyton Bowering, the sophomore, the son of Coach Mike Bowering, who's had a great game, especially for a sophomore. And Coach Bowering playing several sophomores tonight. Seeley, the other one, and who's playing on some offensive line and some defensive line, and he's had a good night as well. And so I think they just took advantage of, did what they're supposed to. When you get the ball on the 12-yard line, you try to make full advantage of that, and the Wasps were able to push that in.
Well, the only other score coming in the football game came later in the second quarter as the Juab Wasps actually started a drive from their own 20-yard line, so they drove 80 yards. Nick Robbins came alive on this drive, too, after going 0 for 4 to start the game. He really put things together, made a few passes, and got the Wasps into touchdown range, and he threw a 15-yard touchdown pass to Nolan Nielsen. And the extra point was good by Kyler Nielsen as well. And, of course, the Juab Wasps led 14-0 at that point. That was a nice pass play.
Oh, boy, it was. It was just perfectly executed as Nick faked to the handoff to the right side on kind of a sweep action right there, off tackle, and then just tucked it on his hip, took about 2 steps, and then pulled it back out, and Nolan was standing there wide open in the end zone, and on that compressed field he was wide open, seeing how there was not an Eagle within about 10 yards of him. But that's one of the few mistakes the Millard Eagles have made, as their defense has just been outstanding this entire game.
That it has. Let's talk about some big plays in the first half. First for the Juab Wasps, of course, the touchdown plays. But I remember a nice pass down the sideline. Caden Whiting made a nice reception for a big gainer for the Juab Wasps that got him down. Also, Diedrich Davidson got one down the sideline, and he used his legs and after the catch and made some damage, too, into Eagle territory.
Yeah, and that was just a great play, once again, set up by Nick Robbins. As he got some protection, had to step up in the pocket, and then just floated one out there to Diedrich. And Diedrich was able just to bring that in and then scamper for some more yards. So both teams have had some positive offensive plays.
Well, and one of the big runs for the Millard Eagles was Paco Alcala. He had a 59-yard run. Looked like he broke through and was going to go off to the races for a touchdown. Maybe if it had been Ruvalcaba, he might have done that, but someone tracked him down from the side. But it was a big run, igniting the Eagles. The only bad news was they fumble it away the next play.
Yeah, next play right there. And that was too bad because the offensive line for the Millard Eagles did a fantastic job right there, opening up, and it was just a gaping hole for Alcala to run through. The Wasps were in a defense that didn't have a safety in place, so the pursuit came from Kyler Nielsen from his cornerback slot. He was lucky to run him down. But just a huge play for the Millard Eagles, and I thought it was really going to spark them. And then they, as you mentioned, they just put the ball on the ground that very next play. And the Eagles have just they're spinning a little bit, but they're starting to get traction, and I think they are just about, like I said, I fully expect that they are going to take off this second half. And whether they can come back and win this ball game, it's kind of a big hole being down 14-0. But I think you're going to see them execute much better offensively in the second half.
Big defensive plays for the Millard Eagles. Tyler Gamble has a sack in this one. Also, Dane Myers has a sack on Nick Robbins. A couple of fumble recoveries. And then the big interception by Jesse Robinson to end the first half. Big defensive plays for the Eagles.
Boy, and they came up with a lot of them. And you could just start naming players who just did a great job defensively in that first half. To me, probably none bigger than that interception there at the end, but there's been 2 fumble recoveries. There's been a lot of things that the Millard Eagles have done very well defensively, and that's probably the same for the Juab Wasps. I think you expect both teams' defenses to be a little bit further ahead of their offenses at this point, but the Millard Eagle defense has been just outstanding tonight, and the positions they have been put in, it would have been easy to cave, and there is no cave in the Millard Eagles.
Well, and the Juab Wasp defense has been just as stellar. They may not have gone heralded with a lot of sacks or anything like that, but they've had a lot of hurries in this football game. And the big goose egg on the board and only 70 yards of offense for the Eagles means that Juab defense is doing well.
Yeah, that defense is solid and pretty experienced. They did lose Dalton Horman out of that middle linebacker spot last year, which was kind of the anchor. And he got a lot of help, though. If you remember, the Wasps also lost 2 huge corners in Brandon Morgan and Chance Carlton, who were able to come up and play bump and run and just lock up receivers, which just kind of let those linebackers and that defensive line go. But this Wasp defense tonight has really rose to the challenge of stepping up to that defense and has been outstanding. And I know Coach Bowering wanted to focus on the run, stopping the run this year, and I think that stems from the Judge Memorial semifinal game where Judge was able to run on the Wasp, and the Manti Templars set at least a school record last year against the Wasp running the ball. And so I know he focused on it this summer, and he comes out, and if you hold the Millard Eagle team to 70 yards rushing and a half, you're doing something right. So this Wasp defense is much improved.
That it is. Again, we're under lightning delay here in Nephi, Utah, in the football game between the Juab Wasps and the Millard Eagles. 14-0 Juab leads, but we have had a lightning delay for about a half hour, so we have an extended Southern Utah University halftime show. Go to suu.edu to find out more about your university. Well, we'll take another break. The time has expired off the clock. We'll see if the officials come back and get things started up and get the teams warming up as well, as we can resume this game after the lightning strike. So it's been about a half hour since we've had one here. Mike Trena, Cam Wright alongside, Barrett Hilton running things here on our simulcast on Centricom Channel 10 and also Classy FM. We'll take another break here on the radio and also TV, and we'll be back right after this.
Millard County residents are accustomed to friendly service, quality grocery items, and convenient prices at Dwayne's Food Town in Fillmore. Dwayne's Food Town prides itself on providing the choicest cuts of meat in their meat department, assuring they offer the freshest produce available, and providing the best value on every grocery item in the store. Stop in and discover for yourself the hometown service and attention that you deserve at Dwayne's Food Town, located at 375 South Main in Fillmore. Proud to support the Eagles this year.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Service Drug is not only your full-service pharmacy, but offers a wide range of books, home decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
What's inside your kid? A teacher, an engineer, a musician, an accountant, a doctor, or maybe a scientist. Your kid has what it takes to excel and succeed, but they may not know it. You can help them unlock their potential and find out what's inside. Partner up with their teachers and coaches. Find out what you can do. Just something to think about. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care.
New car, used car, Delta.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Do you need a banking partner for your farm or business? Hi, I'm Darren Dyring, branch manager at Cache Valley Bank in Ephraim, and we have money to lend to your farm or business. If you need to upgrade equipment or purchase a new building or just expand, we can help. Also, don't forget we offer free business and personal checking accounts. So stop by and get acquainted. We want to help you succeed. Cache Valley Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Okay, it's time to pop the top on another canning season, and Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply in Fillmore has you covered. Bottles, lids, pectin, and, well, hey, Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply also has juicers, dehydrators, apple peelers, and more. Okay, let's take the stress and frustration out of your canning season with the proper equipment and supplies from Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply, your local IFA dealer in Fillmore.
Here it is, that time of year that all kids and parents look forward to. Back to school time! So the Mount Nebo Market is running the hottest price of the year on Yoplait yogurt at only 39 cents each. Or how about fresh, juicy Green River watermelon, 3 pounds for $1, and sweet, locally grown corn on the cob, 3 for $1. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts, only $1.69 a pound. Yeah, send the kids back to school and then go shopping at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
The Millard County Credit Union offices in Fillmore and Delta want to thank you for your business over the years. Not only will you find amazingly low interest rates, automobile and RV loans, checking, Visa accounts, bill pay, and debit cards, but banking is easier with their e-teller home banking service. Just log on to www.millardccu.com, sign up for their e-teller services, and conveniently manage all your credit union accounts from home. That's the Millard County Credit Union in Delta and Fillmore.
Welcome back once again here on our Centricom Channel 10 and also Classy FM halftime show brought to you by Southern Utah University. It's halftime here in Nephi, an extended halftime due to the lightning delay, and we just got word that we will have play resumed at 9:15. The teams will come out on the field at 9:05, which is just a few minutes away, and then they'll resume at 9:15, and we'll have our second half of this exciting football game. Right now, the Juab Wasps lead 14-0 over the Millard Eagles. A few other scores from around the state right now. Local teams, South Sevier is leading Gunnison in the third quarter 16-0. And Manti leading Mountain View at halftime 14-12. And it is Richfield 6, Kanab nothing at halftime. Well, Cam, as you take a look at this game, what were some keys in the beginning for both teams, and what do you see as the keys now for the second half?
Well, I think the keys to the beginning were to hang on to the football, and neither team did a very good job of that. 5 total turnovers there in the first half, and it was mostly only the first quarter for the Millard Eagles as they put it on the ground twice. The Wasp also had the 2 fumbles and then that touchdown stopping interception right there at the end. So I'm sure that was the key to both of them, and neither one of them able to accomplish that goal. I think they will try to do that in the second half, and I think one of the keys to the second half is what have you done with your players for this almost hour-long delay, counting the time or the halftime along with the 30-minute delay, now 15, and coaches aren't used to that. I mean, they're used to we're gonna talk to you for 5-10 minutes tops. But now they've had about 50 minutes and not sure what to do with players. So you've got to keep them loose, but you've got to keep them ready. And so I think it's just tough sitting in metal locker rooms right now and still getting your team ready to play.
And not just the muscles and the bones and the joints, getting that ready, but also mentally. How do you get mentally geared up for a football game again after you played a half an hour ago and now you've maybe forgotten some things, maybe talked with your buddies about something, and maybe not ready to play a game.
Right. I think that's a true struggle that each coach is going through in their locker room right now. And you can't keep these kids. You had them up sky high because both teams were coming out onto the field. They were sky high to get ready to start this second half, and then they got sent back to their locker rooms. And you just can't keep kids that high for that long. And so you've got to let them down, but then you've got to find a way to get them going again when they come out. And they're going to get some warm-up time. But I think the hard part is, as you mentioned, is the mental side. The physical part, they're going to get it. They're going to get some time. They're going to get loosened back up. And their minds are going to want to play. But as you said, that's a long time to stay ready to play a football game.
That it is. Of course, Juab leading 14-0 in this football game here during our Southern Utah University halftime show. Coming up, we'll have our Sunrise Engineering postgame show. It's really in the distant future, but it's coming. Maybe before midnight, hopefully. And before midnight so we can get to the Whitmore Mansion.
Yeah, get us a buffet meal right there, and I think we'd enjoy that if we can get there.
Well, the Whitmore Mansion is going to be open late tonight after the football game, and the request of some locals that it be open late on the weekend here on this Friday night. Normally it's open until 10 o'clock in the evening, Friday and Saturday night, where you can go in and have their delicious Caribbean buffet. They're going to keep that open until midnight tonight for those who want to go after the football game and eat at the Whitmore Mansion. It's at 110 South Main in Nephi. And, of course, they've got a delicious Calypso fried rice. They've got barbecued chicken. They've got Curry. They've got lots of stuff in the Whitmore Mansion. They are our defensive player of the game for the Juab Wasps. Well, we'll take another break here on the Centricom Channel 10 and Classy FM halftime show during our lightning delay here from Nephi, Utah. It looks like they've put up 10 minutes on the clock now as we're down to about 10:30. They put 15 on the clock, and we're counting down. So hopefully we'll have a game for you in about 10 minutes back here on the radio and also on TV. We'll break for this break.
Stevens Feed and Holden serves the surrounding communities in Millard County as well as farmers in central and southern Utah. They buy and sell alfalfa hay and can haul your hay to wherever it needs to go. You can be assured that you'll get the right price while receiving the service you deserve when buying and selling hay. The entire crew appreciates farmers and ranchers for their business over the years, and they're happy to contribute to the school and community as a sports booster. That's Stevens Feed and Holden, a proud supporter of Millard Athletics.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Established in 1898, the historic Whitmore Mansion in Nephi offers a tantalizing restaurant and luxurious bed and breakfast. The Tropical Oasis Caribbean Buffet is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday and includes calypso fried rice, creamy mashed potatoes, marinated grilled pork, barbecue chicken, and curry. Reserve the Whitmore Mansion for weddings and family reunions, as they feature 10 rooms, a swimming pool, jacuzzi, and sauna. Visit the Whitmore Mansion at whitmoremansionnephi.com or call Jenny or Ian 623-0747.
Millard, Chevron, Subway, and Texaco are happy to support Millard High School. Not only can you stop in for top-quality gasoline and oil products, but you can fill up on snacks, goodies, and drinks. You'll also find their irresistible, world-famous fried chicken and potato logs. Miller's can also service your vehicle with mechanical service or a new set of tires. And dine in on delicious and healthy meal selections at Subway. That's Miller, Chevron, Subway, and Texaco on the North I-15 interchange in Fillmore, proud to sponsor the player of the game.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, a proud supporter of Juab Sports.
All Around Dental Care, located next to the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, can help protect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free initial exams and x-rays, braces as low as $98 a month, free ortho consultations, and convenient appointment times. Doctors Ryan Rush and Justin Hilmo accept all insurances and even offer an in-house insurance plan. And right now they're offering a cleaning for just $45. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in. All Around Dental Care, excellent dental care for the entire family. Call 623-0866.
Welcome back once again here on the Southern Utah University Halftime Show. You notice that the Millard Eagles are running back into the locker room after running out onto the field and getting set to warm up for the second half. I'm not sure if there was a lightning strike close by and they decided to put more time on the clock or what, but that isn't a good sign, especially when they have the officials right there at the corner of the track that were probably shuttling them off. So if that's the case, it looks like we'll be under lightning delay once again, Cam.
Well, I'm wondering if we just got a little confused on the time. Maybe the 15 minutes before they could come out, which is still 6 minutes away, but yeah, that was definitely not a positive sign. You would have liked to have seen two teams on the field right now warming up, but the officials seem to be walking them back into the locker room.
And we'll get word on whether the lightning delay is going to be extended or if we're going to start this game coming up soon. 9:15 is when they said we'll resume play, and that's about 7 minutes away from now. We got 6:10 on the clock, but we'll see if that still holds. The teams were supposed to be able to come out on the field at 9:05 and start warming up for this second half, which was supposed to start at 9:15. So with that information we got earlier, now watching the officials escort the Eagles back into the locker room, that may be news that we're going to be extended here for a little longer. We do appreciate all of our sponsors for this broadcast, including Stevens Feed, Miller's Subway, Kern River Gas, Flowell Electric, Intermountain Power, as well as Carl's Jr., Roper Lumber, Fillmore City, Dwayne's Food Town, Service Drug of Fillmore, Sunrise Engineering, Fillmore Medical Center, Millard County Credit Union, as well as Fillmore Shell IFA, Centricom Channel 10, Garrett Honda, Security Insurance, Whitmore Mansion, All Around Dental Care, Lots of Matza Pizza. Also Painter Motor, Nephi Federal Credit Union, as well as Central Valley Medical Center, Drew Bay Used Cars, Cache Valley Bank, Mount Nebo Market, Snow College, Sunrise Engineering, and Southern Utah University. Coming up, we'll have our Subway offensive and defensive players of the game. That'll be coming up for the Millard Eagles. Miller Subway in Fillmore is proud to sponsor this. Of course, they have a variety of healthy subs on freshly baked bread, and they have made-to-order party subs. They give a 6-inch sub, chips and drink, to the Eagle offensive player of the game, and then give another one to the Eagle defensive player of the game. Miller Subway, sponsoring our Subway offensive and defensive players of the game. Well, of course, coming up for the Juab Wasps, we'll have the Mount Nebo Market offensive player of the game, and that is good for a free deli chicken tenders special. The deli always offers freshly sliced deli meats and side dishes. Mount Nebo Market, 965 North Main in Nephi. And the Whitmore Mansion sponsors the defensive player of the game for the Juab Wasps. Visit the Whitmore Mansion online at whitmoremansionnephi.com. They're open for lunch and dinner with their delicious, irresistible, tropical Caribbean buffet. They're open for lunch and dinner Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. But tonight they've extended those hours till midnight for the buffet, and you can go there after the game and check it out. Well, and there was just a lightning strike that was quite close and quite loud and a strike, so I'm sure we'll be under lightning delay for that one again. Rain is falling here in Nephi. Mike Traina, Cam Wright along with you. And Cam, we may never get this game started again.
And I'm starting to wonder at what point that this thing becomes postponed or canceled. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure how the High School Activities Association rules work in these conditions. I mean, I think if you're a stat guy, kind of like I'm a stat guy, you start to wonder if they cancel this game from this point on, do the stats count for the first half? Is anything good? I think that part of it's kind of interesting. And one more thought just came to me. We talked about how mentally it was kind of difficult for teams to come back out on the field, but now Marshall Sheriff's brought his team out twice, and Zaya got pushed back in, and now we do have movement coming out of the locker rooms. We'll wait to see if that's officials or fans, and we'll see if we can get word, see if this game's going to get underway anytime soon.
Well, we'll take a break again here on the Southern Utah University halftime show, which may be our post-game show, depending on the decision by the officials. But the Juab Wasps do lead this football game 14-0 here at halftime. And, of course, the two scorers came on a 6-yard touchdown run by Peyton Bowering with 9:05 left in the first quarter, and a 15-yard touchdown pass from Nick Robbins to Nolan Nielsen with the extra points, both of them good, by Kyler Nielsen. So the Juab Wasps lead 14-0. We're under lightning delay here in Nephi. We'll send it back to the studios for a 3-minute timeout.
Kern River Gas Transmission wishes the Millard Eagles good luck this season and reminds everyone that damage from others digging into a pipeline is one of the main causes of pipeline failures. Never guess where a pipeline is located. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or homeowner, if you plan to dig, call Blue Stakes to make sure all utilities are marked. Call Blue Stakes at 800-662-4111 or the new national 811 number at least 48 hours before digging. Kern River Gas Transmission Company reminds you to call before you dig. It's free. It's the law.
Flowell Electric wants their customers to be safe around electricity. And here's a few tips. First, don't use an electrical appliance around water. Another tip is to call Blue Stakes to have utility lines marked before you dig in your yard. And never damage power company equipment because it causes needless power outages, creates safety hazards, and results in higher power rates. Flowell Electric, a proud supporter of Millard High School.
Lots of Matza Pizza in Nephi is locally owned and a delicious pizza restaurant in Nephi where they do delivery to Nephi, Mona, and Levan. Lots of Matza Pizza has take and bake as well as hot and go pizza. Their food is made fresh daily in-store, and they offer pizza, pasta, calzones, sticks, and fresh salads. You can find them online at lotsofmatza.com. Their menu is available there, and you can do online ordering available to the customers. Lots of Matza Pizza, a proud sponsor of Juab High School Sports.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab high schools.
Tasting notes for the Carl's Jr. Texas Barbecue Thick Burger by Texas race car legend Terry Labonte.
Boy, there's nothing better than a juicy char-broiled burger. But when you pile on fried jalapenos and mouth-watering barbecue brisket, smoked for hours and hours and slathered in mesquite barbecue sauce, you got a Texas winner.
The Texas Barbecue Thick Burger with smoked brisket, mesquite barbecue sauce, and jalapeno straws. New at Carl's Jr. For limited time, available at slated half-pound thick burgers.
And welcome back here on Centricom Channel 10 and Classy FM. Rain still falling and a couple of close lightning strikes here have put another 30 minutes on the board here from Nephi, Utah. They will make a decision after that 30 minutes of whether to continue this football game or not here in Nephi, Utah. Right now, it's 14-0 for Juab. Southern Utah University has been bringing you this extended halftime show. Of course, experience more learning, growing, maturing, hiking, dancing, and living. You will experience more at Southern Utah University. Mike Traina, Cam Ryan along with you, and we'll check some scores coming up in a bit, and we'll also talk some football as well. But first, we'll give you the stats from the first half, which may be the only stats of the whole game, depending on what happens after the decision tonight. But taking a look at the rushing again, rushing for the Millard Eagles, Derek Brunson, 9 rushes for 18 yards. Also in the football game, Paco Alcala has 2 rushes, or 1 rush for 5 yards, while Gerardo Ruvalcaba has 2 rushes for 59 yards. One of those was for no yardage, and the other one was for 59 yards. And then, of course, in the passing department, Skylar Cranny, 1 of 4 for -8 yards. There have been 2 fumbles by the Eagles recovered by the Wasps. Total offense for Millard, 70 yards in that first half. For the Juab Wasps, they have Diedrich Davidson, 4 rushes for 17 yards. Also in the game is Brandon Smith. He has 6 rushes for 22 yards. Also, Diego Carmona had back-to-back carries for 8 yards. So 2 carries for him. And then Peyton Bowering had 2 rushes for 7 yards and a touchdown. Nick Robbins in the passing department, 9 of 18 for 150 yards and a touchdown. That's after he started 0 for 4, and he also has a pick. So 3 turnovers for the Wasps in that first half, mainly keeping the Eagles in the ballgame. 204 yards of offense compared to the Eagles' 70. In the receiving department, leading receiver, 3 catches for 56 yards, Diedrich Davidson. So Diedrich has 56, of course, through the air, 17 on the ground, so all-purpose yards about 73. 2 catches for 25 yards and a touchdown by Nolan Nielsen. 2 catches for 21 yards for Peyton Bowering, and then a catch for 40 yards for Caden Whiting, and then a catch for 8 yards for Diego Carmona. 14-0 Juab leads. We'll take a look at some baseball scores around Major League Baseball here on our Southern Utah University halftime show. As Cam Ryan has a few of those scores, I'm sure some of them in the West may have some rain delays or rainouts, but I'm sure they've got a lot that are complete as well. So we'll take a look at those scores in just a bit for you. We do want to let you know there are some other games going on in high school football. And we have some score updates for you on those games. Earlier, it was South Severe leading Gunnison by a score of 16-0 in that football game. And, of course, that score was at halftime, and they started that third quarter. And it was continuing there as they had that score. And right now it is in the third quarter, 16-0. Manti is at halftime with Mountain View 14-12. Manti leading by 2. And Richfield leading Kanab 6-0 at halftime. Let's check out those Major League Baseball scores with Cam Wright.
Well, this night for me just keeps getting worse as I read the Boston Red Sox fall to the Seattle Mariners 5-3, and the New York Yankees get by the White Sox 4-3. Game still continuing. The Atlanta Braves lead the Cincinnati Reds 3-1. That's games in the top of the 12th. The Pirates are all over the Brewers 8-3. 15-5 as the Twins are big winners right now over the Tigers. That game is in the bottom of the 6th. The Rockies trail the Marlins 7-4. The Padres also trail the Diamondbacks in the 7th 4-0. The Angels right now lead the Athletics in the 4th 2-1, and in the bottom of the 5th inning, it's the Mets and the Dodgers all tied at 1. Several games have gone final already today in Major League Baseball. 4-1, the Cubs got by the Orioles. The Astros, 5-1 winners over the Indians. It's the Giants winning 10-3 over the Nationals. The St. Louis Cardinals, my second favorite team, they fall as well 5-4 to the Phillies. It's the Rays 8 and the Blue Jays 0, and then the Kansas City Royals go ahead and pick up the victory over the Texas Rangers by a score of 6-3. And you know, I ought to give a couple of shout-outs to the bocce ball champs of the local area, which is Carson Park and Brady Jones, who won the annual bocce ball tournament that's held here on an annual basis.
A lot of Italians around here, huh?
Well, I don't know. We like bocce, though. I don't know where it came from, but we sure like to play bocce.
Where's the game played? Tell us a little bit about that, Ken.
It's played in an undisclosed location.
It's one of those games.
It's top secret.
It is Italian.
But ever since the police busted it, because it's played at midnight with glow-in-the-dark bocce balls, Canyon Hills Golf Course also at night doubles as a bocce course. And, you know, this year they've added a Triple Crown. We're going to play one after the Ute Stampede, one after the Demolition Derby, and then we'll play the final leg of the Triple Crown. We'll be on the after the homecoming game here at Juab High School. So we've had good weather, but I hope we don't get this kind of weather on the homecoming one.
Hopefully not. And if you're ever caught doing that by the police, you may be prosecuted by Casey Wright. He might be your attorney. Who knows?
You know what? I think that guy's got a team and is out there, so I think we're okay.
He'll have a great defense if he does get caught, right?
Yeah.
Oh, crud. Bocce ball here in Nephi, and, of course, you know, a lot of things going on in college football. How's the college football season look? We've got the Utes, the Cougars. You know, who's going to be the better team this year?
Well, I always like to think it's the Utes. But seeing how they won't play this year, we're just going to have that debate will go on and on. But I do know that both teams will open up next week as the BYU Cougars go on the road to Connecticut, and they'll play a UConn team out of what used to be the Big East. So that should be a good challenge for them. And the Utes will host on Thursday night. We'll play host Idaho State. Probably not that great of a test, but a good opener as we already know the Utes have the I think ESPN came out and noted that the Utes have the toughest schedule in all of college football this year. So it's going to be real tough for the Utes to get that 6 wins they've been searching for and try to get back into the bowl picture. But you can always hope, and that's the beauty of the start of a season. Everybody's still got hope. Nobody's got a loss, and you just hope the best for both teams.
Well, and you never know with one team being better than the other. It doesn't matter. When they get together and play, it seems to all be out the window, and it's more pride. Everyone plays like Superman in this game, and we're looking forward to it. Are they playing this year?
No game this year.
That's
right.
No game
this year, and that's tough if you're a Ute fan because you give up that guaranteed victory, and that was one closer to getting to 6. So that's a little tough if you're a Ute fan. BYU probably appreciate the break. I don't know. They think they've got the win every year too. So I hate to see that rivalry not being played. That's a highlight, I think, for a lot of people in Utah and the entire state, and is a lot of fun. And so I hate to see that rivalry go away.
Well, the Cougars used to be covered on Classy FM, but they have now moved over to our AM station. KSVC 100.5 FM and also AM 980. And we'll be covering the Cougars this year. Most of their football games, except when it conflicts with the high school games, which we'll be carrying here on Classy FM and on KSVC as well. So most of the Cougar games will be on the radio on KSVC 100.5 FM and also 980 AM.
Yeah, and you know, that's one of those tough things, I think, with that independent schedule is you everything's on ESPN, and that's all fine, and everything's for TV. But I think Friday nights should be kind of held sacred for high school games, and I hate to see it, and especially because people are drawn. They want to go watch their Cougars play. They want to come watch their Wasps play, their Templars play, their Hawks play, their Bulldogs play. And when you get that conflict, I guess that's why we've got DVR now. But I sure hate to see that. Just Friday nights, I think, are for high school kids, and then we'll go from there.
Definitely so. 100% agreement here on that side of things, too. So we've got our lightning delay still going on, another 20 minutes before we get a decision on whether we're resuming with our broadcast coverage or if the game is going to be canceled after one half of football. So we'll find out. Right now, the Juab Wasps lead the Millard Eagles 14-0 here on our halftime talk show here on Classy FM and Centricom Channel 10 during our lightning delay here in Nephi, Utah. Mike Trena, Cam Wright, and Barrett Hilton alongside. We'll send it back to the studios for this timeout.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
Painter Motor in Nephi is home of the best new and used cars in Central Utah, backed by extraordinary service. Test drive the new 2014 Chevy Silverado that's redesigned from the tires up to feature best in horsepower, best in towing, and best in fuel economy, touting a V8 engine that gets V6 gas mileage. Right now, Painter Motor has a rock-bottom pre-owned vehicle special. Get any pre-owned vehicle for just $37 down. Painter Motor, 1100 North Main Street in Nephi. Call 800-662-CARS or online at paintermotor.com.
Roper Lumber in Fillmore is your full-service lumber yard, appliance center, and Ace Hardware store in Millard County. Whether it's a fix-it project, building a shed or addition, or just regular maintenance on the house, the friendly folks at Roper Lumber Ace Hardware are there to help. They also carry a wide selection of Whirlpool appliances, including stainless steel models at incredible prices. For all your hardware and lumber supplies, visit Roper Lumber Ace Hardware, 95 North Main Street in Fillmore.
Are you ready for a weekend away? Jorgensen's Honda is the place to start. They carry a full line of RVs to make that trip a lasting memory. With models like Yellowstone, Conquest, Amerilite, and Canyon Trail, you can find the perfect fit. For great fun and comfort, check out the full line of RVs at Jorgensen's Honda. Dennis or Mike can help you out. Stop by today at 980 South Coveview Road in Richfield, or give them a call at 435-896-6408.
The Fillmore City Mayor and City Council and staff members are excited about the Millard Eagles this sports season. They'd like to congratulate the Millard High School team members, the coaches, faculty, staff, and student body on a great season and wish them the very best in this year's playoff. The entire city fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. Fillmore City would like all involved to know that they're behind them 100%. Happy to be Millard Eagles Sports Booster. Fillmore City, go Eagles!
Millard County residents are accustomed to friendly service, quality grocery items, and convenient prices at Dwayne's Food Town in Fillmore. Dwayne's Food Town prides itself on providing the choicest cuts of meat in their meat department, assuring they offer the freshest produce available, and providing the best value on every grocery item in the store. Stop in and discover for yourself the hometown service and attention that you deserve at Dwayne's Food Town, located at 375 South Main in Fillmore. Proud to support the Eagles this year.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
.500 students in a class. SUU has... Choosing a college is tough, but there's a big difference between 25 and 500 students in a class. SUU has small classes. It's a big difference if your professor is teaching class or doing research. SUU professors are in the classroom teaching and calling on you by name. At SUU, distinguished faculty are in small classes teaching rigorous nationally accredited programs on a safe campus in an unrivaled natural setting. Southern Utah University. There is a difference.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Service Drug is not only your full-service pharmacy, but offers a wide range of books, home decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
You want a quality education? How's this? All of SUU's nursing graduates passed their licensing exam on the first try in May of 2010. 100% of our students, not most of them, all of them. Small classes, caring faculty, the best facilities. That equals quality. Again, in May of 2011, 100% of our students passed the test. That's quality. You expect it, SUU delivers it.
And welcome back to our Southern Utah University halftime show. Mike Trina, Cam right alongside. We're during our lightning delay here in Nephi. The Juab Wasps lead 14-0 over the Millard Eagles. Right now, Mike Bowering in the locker room with his Juab Wasps and Marshall Sheriff in his locker room with the Millard Eagles. We have seen the Millard bus pulled up. It just pulled up along the locker room, but we're not sure if it's actually filling with players and they're leaving and the game's canceled, or if they're just sitting on the bus because there's no seat backs in the locker room.
Yeah. We do have some finals, some games that have gone final in high school football on this opening night. North Summit has defeated Altamont 40-0. That score is now a final. North Sevier 35 and ALA 13, and that's now just starting the fourth quarter. Union has finally pulled ahead of Ben Lomond 34-27. That's in the third quarter as well. The Beavers now trail Canyon View 22-13 as they start the fourth quarter. A couple finals from bigger schools as Tooele gets by Cypress 31-6 and Desert Hills by Orem 35-Orem, both finals. Enterprise all over Diamond Ranch 25-0 halfway through the fourth quarter. Summit Academy 27, Emory 7. That's still showing a halftime score, but I'm sure it's past that unless they're in a weather delay along with us. And Grantsville falls to Cedar 20-16 as that game has just gone final. And with 1 minute left in the fourth, South Sevier leads Gunnison 28-0. The Richfield game now final as Richfield defeats Kanab 6-0.
Surprising defensive battle there.
Yeah, exactly. Morgan-Delta, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, has been postponed, and the Manti Templars have extended their lead to 28-20 over Mountain View. That's about just over halfway through the fourth quarter in that ball game, and the North Sanpete game has gone final. Stansbury 44, North Sanpete 13. South Summit, one of the favorites in the 2A, also in Millard's region, as they were able, or they lead Park City 21-6, and that's be a big win for South Summit and tells you just how good they are. You never know. Oh, Payson. The Payson Lions at the end of the third quarter trail Provo 19-8. Salem Hills, who Juab will play next week, leads Hillcrest 22-8.
All right. Well, the Juab Wasps a lead 14-0 here at halftime. And there was just an announcement. Game has been called?
Yeah, that's the word I'm getting is that the game has been called.
All right.
I'm not unsure whether that is they'll come back and play the second half at a later date, but either way for tonight this ball game's done, and I would guess they'll just let this one go.
I think so, too. The Juab Wasps will lead at halftime, and the game is called. So I don't know whether you call that as a victory or if you just call it a game not played. That's the stat problem.
Yeah, exactly. And in baseball, there's rules. You know, if you go this far, it counts. If you don't, you're going to play it the rest of it. So I don't know what the Activities Association rules are on that, but this one's over for tonight anyway.
All right, that means we're going right into our Sunrise Engineering postgame show here on Centricom Channel 10 and Classy FM. We'll take a break here. We'll break for a minute and a half. We'll break for 90 seconds. We'll come right back with our Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Of course, we love Sunrise Engineering and all they do. They promote athletic and academic excellence. You can visit them at sunrise-eng.com. Sunrise Engineering. We work and live close to you. We'll be right back.
What's inside your kid? A teacher, an engineer, a musician, an accountant, a doctor, or maybe a scientist? Your kid has what it takes to excel and succeed, but they may not know it. You can help them unlock their potential and find out what's inside. Partner up with their teachers and coaches. Find out what you can do. Just something to think about. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Welcome back once again to our Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Mike Trena, Cam Wright with you. This game has been called due to lightning after one half of play. Juab leading 14-0. Sunrise Engineering, we live and work close to you. They make the things you do every day better every day at Sunrise Engineering. Well, taking a look at this game, we only had the first half to look at, Cam. You had a touchdown early off a fumble recovery at the Millard 12-yard line for the Juab Wasps. A couple of plays later, they ran it in on a sophomore running play. Right. Surprised to see Peyton Bowering in that early in the ball game. He gets the handoff, makes a nice cut, gets into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and Peyton just does a fantastic job. He is just a sophomore, but he is a playmaker, and he showed it there as he made a great cut, and then later in the ball game was able to make some receptions. So great play there by Peyton. A little bit surprising, and I think it just on that rotation, he's rotating at that slot running back position. Just happened to call his number that time, and he was able to get in.
All right, and then the only other score in the game coming in the second quarter later on with 5:17 left. It was a 15-yard touchdown pass from Nick Robbins to Nolan Nielsen. A nice catch in the end zone for the touchdown, and that play worked out nicely as Nick Robbins was very patient. I think the play or two before, he wasn't as patient. He short-armed it, threw it short to a wide-open receiver in the end zone. It was incomplete, but he came back and made a touchdown pass. Yeah,
got great protection there, and then just threw a great pass in there. And they executed that play-action play very well. And Nick just rolled out to the left side and able to complete that pass in the end zone for a touchdown.
So let's take a break here. We'll be back with more of our Sunrise Engineering postgame show. When we come back, we'll choose our players of the game, or players of the half, if you will, and we'll do that after we come back after this break.
Do you need a banking partner for your farm or business? Hi, I'm Darren Dyring, branch manager at Cache Valley Bank in Ephraim, and we have money to lend to your farm or business. If you need to upgrade equipment or purchase a new building or just expand, we can help. Also, don't forget we offer free business and personal checking accounts. So stop by and get acquainted. We want to help you succeed. Cache Valley Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Okay, it's time to pop the top on another canning season, and Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply in Fillmore has you covered. Bottles, lids, pectin, and Well, hey, Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply also has juicers, dehydrators, apple peelers, and more. Okay, let's take the stress and frustration out of your canning season with the proper equipment and supplies from Fillmore Feed and Farm Supply, your local IFA dealer in Fillmore.
Here it is, that time of year that all kids and parents look forward to. Back to school time! So the Mount Nebo Market is running the hottest price of the year on Yoplait yogurt at only 39 cents each. Or how about fresh, juicy Green River watermelon, 3 pounds for $1, and sweet, locally grown corn on the cob, 3 for $1. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts, only $1.69 a pound. Yeah, send the kids back to school and then go shopping at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
Back once again here on Classy FM and Centricom Channel 10. The lightning delay has canceled the rest of the football game here in Nephi. The Juab Wasps leading at halftime 14-0 over the Millard Eagles. Let's take a look at our players of the game. First, we'll take a look at the players of the game for the Juab Wasps. We have the Mount Nebo Market Offensive Player of the Game. Mount Nebo Market, of course, very kind in sponsoring this award. They give a free deli chicken tender special to the Juab Offensive Player of the Game. You can stop by their bakery, which always has delicious treats. In this ball game, we only had one half to talk about, 204 yards of offense for the Juab Wasps, but who do we actually give this award to?
Well, we're going to go with Nolan Nilsson, who caught that touchdown pass off the play action in the end zone and was half of the Juab scoring punch right there as he got the touchdown pass in the end zone on the ball delivered by Nick Robbins.
So Nolan Nielsen is our Mount Nebo Market Offensive Player of the Game. Turning to the Defensive Player of the Game, Whitmore Mansion sponsors this. Whitmore Mansion with the irresistible Tropical Caribbean Buffet, which is open until midnight tonight after this ball game since it has been called. So I want to invite you to go get something to eat. They give a dinner for two to the Defensive Player of the Game for the Juab Wasps. You had some good plays in this one. Couple fumble recoveries for the Wasps and some stalwart defense. We saw Brandon Smith making a couple of good defensive plays, but I think we narrowed it down to Jake Hatfield.
Yeah, Jake Hatfield, just the big senior right there, just got his season started off right defensively, and he'll be glad to get both meals. He may eat both meals himself, big Jake Hatfield.
That's what I was thinking, too. So Jake Hatfield is our Defensive Player of the Game for the Whitmore Mansion, which has that delicious buffet. Let's turn to the Millard Eagles. Their Offensive and Defensive Player of the Game brought to you by the same sponsors, Subway, Miller's Subway. Of course, they're located at 1210 North Main in Fillmore. And they have a 6-inch sub, chips and drink to go to the Offensive Player of the Game for the Millard Eagles. And you didn't have a lot of offense. You had 70 yards of offense in this game, but 59 yards came from one player.
Yeah, and I think that's where you've got to make your call for the player of the game. And, of course, that was I'm horrible at saying it, so I'm going to give it my best shot. Gerardo Ruvalcaba.
Good one.
With the Offensive Player of the Game for the Millard Eagles.
So he gets that 6-inch sub, chips and drink. We also have a Defensive Player of the Game for the Millard Eagles. Let's take a look at that. We had some great plays. Tyler Gamble had a sack in this one. He had an interception in the ball game to end that second half by number 12, Jesse Robinson in the game. But there was some big hits in this game, and I think even a sack by Dane Myers.
Yeah, and I think that's where we go. Dane Myers was just all over the field today. The senior had a great defensive game, and I think that he's well deserving of our player of the game on the defensive side of the ball.
So he gets our Defensive Player of the Game here. Well, for Cam Ryan, I'm Mike Train. It's been an interesting night. We had a nice first half of play, 14-0 Juab. Then we had rain delay, lightning delay, and we finally called the game. Well, the officials finally called the game here. 14-0 Juab will be, I guess, the victors in this game, or maybe they just erase the game off the books. We're not sure.
Yeah, and I am unsure, and we'll have to see how the Activities Association crosses that. And I do need to make a correction. When we cross into uncharted lines during that weather delay, I announced the bocce ball champions incorrectly, and my Twitter is blowing up now. So shout out to Carson Park and Brady Jones, who were the Jimmy Lauder Memorial Championship champions, so in bocce.
Congratulations to those two. We don't have a player of the game to give you guys. I don't know if you deserve it.
Well, you get enough from the game itself.
That's true. That's true. Well, that is our Sunrise Engineering post-game show. A special thanks to Matt Day and the crew over there at Sunrise Engineering. They do a wonderful job. And, of course, Sunrise Engineering, working to improve your community. You can see how at sunrise-eng.com. Well, for Jim Bob Pipes back in the studios of Classy FM, Doug Barton and Bo Lund, and, of course, Barrett Hilton here working with us. For Cam Wright, I'm Mike Trena. Again, this game called due to lightning at halftime. It's 14-0, the Juab Wasps ahead of the Millard Eagles. Thanks for joining us on our simulcast here on Centricom Channel 10 and Classy FM. Have a great night.
You've been listening to exciting high school football action on South Central Utah's sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school football action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.
Roper Lumber in Fillmore is your full-service lumber yard, appliance center, and Ace Hardware store in Millard County. Whether it's a fix-it project, building a shed or addition, or just regular maintenance on the house, the friendly folks at Roper Lumber Ace Hardware are there to help. They also carry a wide selection of Whirlpool appliances, including stainless steel